Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to SAFC Fan TV. Today, Sunderland welcome Accrington Stanley to the Stadium Light for a 3 o'clock kickoff. And as always, we're going to be live streaming ourselves watching the game. First and foremost, we're joined by Dino. Dino, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Finished work. I've not long got up, so I'm a bit tired, but yeah, I'm good.
You've had a good week overall.
Quiet week, really. It's been a quiet week.
Yes. We're also joined, of course, by Michael Bowers, another new location in the Bowers household. How are you doing, Michael?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Well, I've got the house to myself today, so I thought I might as well get the best seat in the house, and we'll see if this is a good luck charm or not.
How do you tend to use the house when you're on your own, Michael? It's doesn't come round often, does it?
Let's just say what happens in the house stays in the house. Just make myself sound very dodgy.
Yes, we do apologise.
Thankfully, I have. Yeah, everybody just happens to be out, so I just happen to go wherever's available. So, but this, I think I was here for the Portsmouth game. I think the game was on Sky. So, there you go. Nonetheless, well, hopefully it'll set us up for a nice stream and nice 3 points. I want to quickly mention before I forget. I'm just going to give a personal shout out to Daniel Moore on Twitter. Someone who has said that apparently the commentary that we do apparently has really helped keep him going. That he's not been able. I think he said he's got like some sort of chronic illness or whatever it is. But if this is something positive for you, thanks very much, and thanks to everyone who supports us. Just thought I want to get that out there.
Yeah, good, Michael. Right, I'm doing a quickly apologise. We are a few minutes late. That's entirely my fault. I'm surprised Dino didn't.
Yeah, it is.
What I was doing. Yes, I tell you what, we're going to change things up ever so slightly. We're going to read the opposition lineup today just to make sure Dino's on his toes. Dino, have you got it up?
Yeah, of course I have. In goal is 7. On the left is Burgess at left back. In the centre of defence is Bartley and Nottingham. And on the right is Rogers. In the middle, they're playing a 4-3-1-2. So in the middle three are McConville, Connolly and Butcher. In attacking midfield is Phillips. On the left is Bishop. And on the right is Charles.
Yes, trying to quickly say it as well. We are live as always. If you'd like to get yourself in on the live chat and leave a comment, it's free to comment. Of course, the super chat is enacted, but if you just want to put a comment on the live chat, you can talk amongst yourselves. You can put anything in there. We'll read out as many comments as we can on there. Already, we want to give a shout out to a friend of the show, Leighton Jordan, our good friend Thane SAFC, who's not happy that Mr. Lee Johnson is chopping and changing once again. Dave O'Mac, our good friend Swan269, of course, works at ESPN over in the States. David Walker, Sunderland Till I Die, and Colin Hutton and Chris Law are all on there. Right, okay. Sunderland's lineup. Sunderland a lineup like this. In goal, number 1, Lee Burge. Number 5, Bailey Wright. Number 6, the captain, Max Power. Number 9, Charlie Wagg. Number 10, Aidan O'Brien. Number 11, Lyndon Gooch. Number 13, Luke O'Nien. Number 14, Josh Gowan. Number 26, Carl Winchester. Number 28, Aidan Nagidi. And number 33 is Denver Hume. Substitutions this afternoon. Number 20, Rory Matthews. Number 7, Chris Maguire. Number 21, Jack Diamond. Number 23, Grant Lebanon. Number 25, Callum McFadze. Number 27, Jordan Jones. And number 31 is Ross Stewart. Dino, looks like a 4-2-3-1 to me. How happy are you with that starting 11?
For the first time, I'm not happy. He's changed the team again. I think 4-3-3 is the best formation, so changing the formation I don't like. Jordan Jones, who played well, scored a goal. He's on the bench. Grant Lebanon had a great game on the bench. I don't understand why he's changed from a 4-3-3 to on here. It says a 4-2-2. So, he's got Denver Hume, which is a positive. I must admit, I like Denver Hume. But I feel like we need the 3 in midfield because these have technically got 4 in midfield because obviously the attack midfielder still classes as a midfielder. So we're probably going to get overrun in midfield. Yeah, Scowen and Winchester's in there, but Scowen only really does well when he's in a 3. So I'm a bit disappointed with the team selection, but I'm not going to make any excuses. This team should be good enough to win Accrington Stanley. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Something that's bugged me a little bit is we've played 4-3-3 in our last game against Hull, and I thought it was a really good performance actually against Hull, and we were kind of all in agreement. We had a lot of the ball, but we did a lot more with it. Often we can have a lot of possession, but it's like a non-event. It's between the defence. But actually against Hull, I think we got quite far up the pitch. We created a lot of chances. It was probably one of our best performances in a long time. And I go back to other games like Doncaster, the 4-1, when we played 4-3-3. Then a lot of our really great performances under Lee Johnson, Dino, have been using 4-3-3. But regardless of whether it's a 4-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1 today, it's not 4-3-3. Does that irritate you that he's changed personnel, but he's also actually changed the formation as well after it's been a proven system for us.
Yeah, because there's just no need. Like, don't get us wrong, I think formations are very overrated. I feel like people blame things on formations and stuff like that. But if you can find the right formation for the team, which works, it's half the battle. And 4-3-3 works, and it does work. For the simple fact, you've got with three in midfield, it helps the likes of Ledbetter, who's quite slow, and it helps Scowen push on, because I thought Scowen played well in the 4-3-3. You've got attacking wingers with McGeady and Jones. I just feel like the 4-3-3 just suits our formation with the personnel we've got. And every time we play a 4-2-2, we just struggle. Or 4-2-3-1, we struggle to create chances, and we don't play very well when we play them formations as well. It's like players don't know what they're doing. With 4-3-3, we play well. It's don't get us wrong, it's a bit baffling by Lee Johnson. Sometimes I don't know why he does the things he does. Yeah. But again, this formation, this team should be good enough to beat Accrington Stanley. It's as simple as that. And if we do get beat, I don't want to hear, it's the formation, it's this, that, and the other. It's because the players haven't performed. But that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that start 11, you should think that between them, there's enough quality there to beat them and get the edge over them. I think, to be honest with you, we're going slightly off topic here, but I think people can blame Lee Johnson a lot. People can go as far back as Phil Parkinson and blame that. People can blame the players and anyone else. But I think where it's went wrong this season for me has been the recruitment. Don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of individual errors from players. Not every single player's put in 100%, but I think for the most part, the players have put in 100%, and that's all you can really ask of them. And I think, Johnson has done a job to get us into that good run of form that, got us within a fighting chance of automatic promotion. But I think going back to the start of the season, where it all went wrong, really, and where I think a lot of the blame needs to go if we don't go up the season, it's got to be the recruitment. I mean, going back at the start of the season, you could probably count on two hands on the free agents we could have signed but didn't choose to. Salary cap aside, we had 2 months before the salary cap was introduced after we went over it was in League One. I go back there, players like Scott Fraser would have been the ideal person, a number 8, someone to link the midfield to the attack. Someone like Johnson Clark-Harris, a striker who can score your goals, but additionally he can do the other work, the hold-up play, the running of the channels, the winning the ball. He's got good feet as well, things like that. We left ourselves to sign Callum McFadden as a backup left back instead of going after someone like Garbutt and Mitchell, who could have offered a lot more sound cover for Hume. Anyway, I'm getting off talking about. I'm rambling a bit. Michael, I'm going to bring you back in. Of course, the starting 11 today. Are you happy with that? How do you see it?
I'm not happy. I'm questioning why Ledbetter was dropped, but the only reason I can think of, and it doesn't mean I agree with it, but the only thing I can think of is maybe Johnson's thinking, can Ledbetter play 3 games in the space of 8 days? And I think if you had to drop Ledbetter for one of either today or Blackpool, I probably would pick him to not play today, because Blackpool's going to be a side we're going to come up against in the playoffs. And, well, there's a good chance we're going to come up against them in the playoffs, I should say. And I think Ledbetter might be needed a bit more in that game. I'd start him in both games, personally. I think if you start him in both of these games, then maybe rest him against Plymouth and Northampton or something. That might be a different question. But regardless, like the others, like Dino said, for me, there's absolutely no reason why. I mean, actually, the stream on here says it's a 4-3-3. But I can't. I mean, I agree with Jack. I think that looks like a 4-2-3-1. But then again, we know what Danny Collins is like when we differ on the formation of the club. So you tend to get that wrong. But either way, the squad should have enough. I don't want to hear anyone saying squad's not good enough. No, not against Accrington Stanley. I'll stubbornly disagree with that. Like I said, for me now, this is about playoff preparation now. These last 4 games, 3 of them are at home, 3 of them are extremely winnable sides. We've got to really go at it. And to be honest, today, Accrington strike me as a type of team that can score goals a bit, but they do concede quite a lot. So I'd be disappointed if we really didn't get at these today. And it's a good chance to sort of just get confidence, start the game momentum again, and I hope for a nice, comfortable win, but some will never make it straightforward that way.
Yeah, Michael, just on 4th, if it was the formation, would that be having Gooch in the centre as one of the 3 centre midfielders then?
Well, I don't know. Well, according to the stream, O'Brien's either is alongside, I think it's Scowen. Oh, no, sorry, not Scowen. Yeah, Scowen. I think he's alongside Scowen, like further advanced. I think Winchester's deeper. Winchester and Scowen might be the opposite way around. I might have got that the wrong way around, but that's what it says on there on the stream anyway. But I would probably, I don't know. the only way I could see playing 4-3-3 there, if that's the case, is to have O'Brien like right behind Wyke, and have like O'Brien and Winchester behind Wyke, and Scowen deeper, or O'Brien and Scowen behind Wyke and behind the front three, and then Winchester. But you get my point. That's the only way I could think of that it'll be a 4-3-3. But it will become apparent once the game starts what system we're playing.
Yeah, Dino, I mentioned Lyndon Gooch there. I think he had a good game against Hull, one of his best games in a long time. Of course, did really well to win the ball back from Elder at left back and then put a great cross in for Jordan Jones. Of course, he did win us the penalty as well. Well, at the very least, he was like the last Sunderland player to touch it before the Hull player handballed it. I think he's had against Wigan as well. I think when he came on, he was a decent outlet on the right-hand side. He's faced a lot of criticism this season, and I think rightly so, because he can be prone to giving the ball away quite cheaply. His decision-making, I think, is something of someone who's a bit more amateurish than someone of his age. I think he's about 25. But are you happy that Lyndon Gooch has kept his spot in the start 11, Dino?
You could say yeah. I would obviously I prefer to see Jordan Jones every day of the week over Gooch, but I mean, you can't really take McGeady. Like, if McGeady's fit, he's in the team. It's as simple as that. It's just one of them things where you've got to decide who you're going to play, Jordan Jones or Gooch, and it looks like Gooch done well to stay in the team, because it's a tough. For me, it's not a tough choice. It's Jordan Jones, but for Lee Johnson, he's probably looked at it and went, Gooch set up a goal, and Patty set up the penalty because he did like blast the ball off Elder's hand. So, you can't be disappointed, but you give him a half. If he's not performing in a half, get him off. Simple as that. Give Joe. If he's not performing, give Jordan Jones 45 minutes. Don't give him half an hour. Give him 45 minutes. Just make this. Don't be scared to just make this up at half time. Just say, Gooch, you're playing crap. Off you come. If he's playing good, then keep him on for longer, and then bring Jordan Jones on. But if we know there's two sides to Lyndon Gooch. You've got the Lyndon Gooch who keeps the ball too much, who tries to take everyone on, who decision making is so questionable, it's unbelievable. And you have the other Gooch where he's doing everything right. You'll get past the player and whip the ball in. You'll play sometimes the simple pass, and you can create the odd chance. But if you're getting the crap Lyndon Gooch, take him off at half time.
Just to slightly play devil's advocate, I think Gooch's style as a player doesn't often rely on having a good performance. I think Jordan Jones is a player who we've seen when he's had good moments in games has often been accompanied by a really good performance from overall. I think similarly to Chris Maguire in this sense, Lyndon Gooch can at times thrive when he's actually not having the best of games. I'll go back to the Wembley game. He got us to go. I mean, I know it was a great pass from McGeady, but he provided that moment of quality despite having quite a poor game. Against Oxford, he was having a terrible game. He was giving the ball away all the time. He was there for his goal, but that was Jordan Jones creating that one. But then McGeady's goal, our second goal, that put us 2-1 up. That had a really great impact on the game, and it was due to Gooch. Of course, it got us in the lead and it won us the game in the end. But I think, like I say, I think at times he can actually produce these moments of quality when he's actually not having the best of games, and it's similar to Chris Maguire, really. Michael Lyndon Gooch returned his place in the start 11. Of course, Jordan Jones, Chris Maguire, Jack Diamond, 3 names on the bench. Are you happy to see Gooch is starting today?
Well, if we're basing it off the last game, which again I didn't see any of it, but I did. But apparently people were saying that Gooch was pretty good, and if that's the case, then yeah, Gooch does deserve to start his place. I don't see why he doesn't. In a general sense, I'm with Dino. I think Jordan Jones is streets ahead of Gooch in terms of decision making, in terms of quality. Don't get me wrong, I know Jordan Jones isn't exactly Messi or Ronaldo or anything, but for this level, I think he's definitely a better player than what Gooch is for us. Gooch is definitely, like I said, I've said it countless times, Gooch's work rate, endeavour, industry, I like a lot of that about him. My biggest criticism, I think he tends to be too ball greedy and his decision making sometimes is questionable. But you could also flip that and say, well, he wouldn't be in League One if his decision making was probably any good if we look at it that way. But he's also been here 3 years by now. Really, we should have seen some improvement from him. And if anything, you could argue he's regressed a bit. But in terms of recent times, yeah, in terms of Tuesday, fair enough. Give Gooch the confidence to start. But then again, it's the argument with Ledbetter. Ledbetter apparently played quite well and he was dropped. So the good thing for me is that if Gooch is starting and it's not going well, it's not going right for him, then Jordan Jones is on his heels and be like, right. And Lee Johnson can be like, right, that's it, we'll switch it. I'll ask you both a question. Would you, if the game wasn't going our way, would you be introducing Chris Maguire in the later stages?
Yes, 100%. Chris Maguire has got the ability to change games. Whilst I don't think he's got a good, solid performance in him for the whole length of the game, I think sometimes he's not the most physical of players. He doesn't have the greatest
He
work
can provide
ethic.
a big moment.
He's a moments player. As I've said it a few times, I go back to Portsmouth across the 2 legs in the playoff semi-final against Portsmouth in the first season back in League One. He was the only goal was scored by Chris Maguire. It was a moment of quality. McGillivray was playing out of his skin, and we needed something special to beat him. And Chris Maguire offered that. I go Ipswich at home last season, 80 minutes in, nothing was really going for us. Who pops up with a goal? Chris Maguire. He's a moments player. If the game isn't going our way, the player you want on that pitch is Chris Maguire. Now I know you wanted to ask Dino this as well, Michael, didn't you?
Yeah, Jack, that was last season, mate. This season he's been awful. I mean, let's be fair. Yeah, he scored a cracking goal against Crewe, and he had the odd moment when he was coming off the bench and he was doing well. And when he got his start in the trophy final, he did get a start in the trophy final, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did start that game, didn't he? Done nothing. And he's a big game player. But I mean, Wembley, there's no bigger stage. I know, yeah, it was the AFL Cup, but it's still a big game for Sunderland at that particular time in Sunderland's time in League One, and he didn't turn up. And there's been plenty of times where Chris Maguire hasn't turned up. If you're going to bring him on, you don't bring him on for 10 minutes because it's very hard for even a good player to stand out in 10 minutes. You give him at least 20, maybe 25. Give him a bit. If you're going to bring him on, give him a bit of time because 10 minutes. I mean, some players can't even touch a ball in 10 minutes. It just depends on how the game's going. If you need someone, yeah, 20 minutes, I agree. But for this season, Maguire hasn't done it at all. For me, he's turned up in 1 or 2 games. The big games where he should be turned up and he hasn't. He's looked like a passenger. So, yeah, maybe give him 20 minutes if we are struggling.
I agree with you that so far this season, he hasn't been as good as he has been in previous seasons. And that's, to me, why he doesn't get that nailed on starting 11 place. I think there's other players there who are going to give you a more consistent performance, who perform better over the course of the season. However, as a substitute, this season, he has proved he can do it. I mean, when we're going on to that run in the league, John, there was 5 or 6 games where he came on and he made a good impact. There was a couple of ones where he'd actually scored a few goals. He'd set up quite a few. But there was even, I remember one where I think it was against Fleetwood, we were 2-0 up. In fact, no, he got 2 assists in that game, I believe, or at the very least 1. But there was another game that I remember he came on and saw the game out well. And that's, to me, why he comes off the bench. He's one of those players where if the game isn't going our way, you got 30, 40 minutes left, you put Maguire on without question. That, I think what you stated in terms of he hasn't been good enough this season, he hasn't been the same player this season he has been in previous seasons. That's why he doesn't get in the starting 11 for me. But as a bench on the bench, 100%, definitely. Just going to quickly go back to the live chat. I want to say hello to Josh Bell, Stephen Ruhan, Jeff Holcroft, Bradley Young, and Chris Orr as well. So Steve M73 as well. As always, tune in from Glasgow, says, bring on Maguire if you are losing late on. Bring on Diamond if you are winning to run and draw fouls. Lads, what do we all think of Jack Diamond? Mike, I'll go to you first. He seems to be a really good athlete, but at times a little bit quality on the ball, a bit cutting edge maybe.
I think that Diamond, it's a typical younger player that's probably got a bit of energy and a pace, but it's quite raw. That seems to me the type of player that Diamond is. Bearing in mind, yes, I think he was at Harrogate last season. Obviously, that's the conference. The fact that we've given Diamond a new 3-year contract, I think it's a 3-year contract, shows that we value something in him to warrant keeping him at the club beyond this season. So I think at the minute, for me, Diamond at the minute is probably a good impact player. Maybe the occasional start just to sort of keep other players hungry. But obviously, if Diamond does well, then stay in the team. But at the minute, I think I view Diamond in a similar way that I kind of view Gooch. So I think in a general sense, I think both of them could be good impact substitutions. Not sure if I would start either of them at the moment. But if they prove me wrong, then I'm more than happy to hold my hands up.
Yeah. Dino, thoughts on Jack Diamond?
Well, he's a very unproven player. He done it in League 2 with Harrogate, I believe. Was it Harrogate in League 2 or the conference?
That was the conference.
National
League. Conference when they won the playoffs.
So technically, Jack Diamond's a National League player because he's done it at that level. He hasn't done League 2 and he's just barely making League 1. And he had a good start to his League 1 career with Work, but then he just fizzled out a little bit. I think the only reason we've got him down as a 3-year contract just in case we want to sell him, because Sunderland's been that club where we just let players run the contracts down and we'll lose him on a free, whereas you can make a little bit of money off him because he is so young, so he's still got potential in him, because that's what teams really buy young players for these days, just potential. So
yeah.
But the thing is, though, if you're going to tie him down, why haven't you tied other players down, the likes of Jordan Willis.
That's a fair question. Like,
I mean, like these players who will make you money and who you need to keep. Your likes of your Luke O'Nines, maybe your Max Powers. I don't know who else is out of contract, but there is a few other players in there.
Your Remy Matthews.
I mean, question to you, lads. Well, he can go. Question to you, lads. Would you give Chris Maguire another contract then for next season?
No,
probably not.
Personally, no.
I
think especially if we went up, no chance. There's absolutely no way he'd do it in the Championship. And even if we're in League One, I think if we're in League One, I wouldn't. No, I probably wouldn't. I think we're at the point now where he's getting another year older, and I think Maguire this season has obviously massively regressed to what he was like the first 2 seasons here. I know that obviously people say that about McGeady, but come on, McGeady's clearly a level above Maguire. You can see that when he plays. Maguire, well, in my opinion, you can see it when he plays anyway. Maguire is just someone who this is the best it's going to get for him, really, I think.
Yeah, I think if we do go up, it's an absolute no. I can't see him cutting the Championship. Or if we are to stay in League One, maybe there's a place for him in the squad as a super sub. That's maybe what I would do. But then Lee Johnson clearly
doesn't like him anyway, does he? Though he's not going to give him a new contract.
I think above anything else, he's not his type of player. Lee Johnson likes physicality from his forwards who can press, who can, as I say, be physical. I don't think Chris Maguire. I don't think that's his game. I think that's the largest reason why we haven't seen him in the squad. But like I said, if we go up, definitely not. If we stay in League One, as much as I would probably see the value in him as a super sub, someone to come on and change the game. As if they'd nick a goal, create a chance against the runner play, that's where, to me, those words sum up Chris Maguire. He does things against the runner play very well. But I don't think Lee Johnson will, because I just don't think he values him as a player. Lads, we've got 6 minutes to go, but something I just want to throw out there. Michael, I'll go to you first on this. So today, of course, Ian McGeady in the starting 11 after he missed the last game through injury. Denver Hume's back in, thankfully, for Conor McFadden, had an absolute shocker against Hull. With the playoffs coming up, do you think at all a smart move might be to rest certain players and look to build up certain players' fitness in order when the playoffs come, we have a fully fit squad and everyone's at their peak potential to perform?
Yeah, in that, if when you put it like that, yes. I think while there's a mathematical, by the way, before I say this, I am not saying we'll get top 2 because I think it's done. I think it's going to be the playoffs. But while you've got say we win today and Peterborough lose, the gap's 4 points. Now, while I don't think we'll do it, there's a chance there to do it. In some ways, if it's going to be the playoffs, which again is looking likely, the best thing for us in some ways would for it to be mathematically confirmed as quickly as possible so that we can actually move on from that and try and get in towards the playoffs. If, say, for example, going to the last, say Peterborough win the next 2 games, then we can't catch them. So for the last 2, yes, I would rest certain individuals. Certainly against Northampton, if we got to that point. There you go. Oh, yeah, I forgot Pompey Bristol was kicked off early, didn't it? Regardless, I think if it gets to the point where we definitely can't make the top 2, then I agree with you. I do definitely, when I say definitely, I mean mathematically can't make the top 2, then I agree with you completely. I think we need to pick and choose what battles, and that the playoffs are going to be a huge test for us. I think for Blackpool, I'd want to try and play as strong a side as possible, because I want to see these guys can prove it against a side like Blackpool, who are probably going to be in the playoffs, that we can do it against them. Because the game at the weekend last weekend against them, I didn't think they were anything special. I thought it was just literally decided by a mistake. So to Tuesday, no. For the last 2 games, you could make a case for that.
Yeah, I think it depends on who we're playing, but I would like to see us use, at the very least, some of these remaining fixtures to put ourselves in the best possible position for when this playoff semi-final comes round.
I agree.
Of course, McGeady does have an injury, and Johnson said, I think in his press conference, he said if he can kick a ball 25 yards, it was, don't quote us this, but it was something along the lines of if he can kick a ball 25 yards, he'll be in the team. Now, I would rather say, right, McGeady, you've suffered with an injury. The likes of Charlie White, you've battled all season playing 2 games a week. I wouldn't mind actually saying, you know what, we're going to rest you for a few games going into the playoffs. So when they come round, you're fresh. And then the likes of Chris Maguire and Jack Diamond, whose minutes haven't exactly been loads as of late. Ross Stewart's another one in there as well. Maybe give them a few starts, so that if we need to use them in the playoffs, they're there available. Dino, thoughts on that? Would you maybe give anyone a rest who's an important member of the squad in the last few games of the league going into the playoffs?
No, I don't believe in resting. It depends if they've got injuries. If they've got injuries, then yes. But if right now, we know we're going to be in the playoffs, you need to try and this is the time to find the right formula, find the right formation, find the best mix for the playoffs. Try and get some good form going into it, because you need to start playing. Like Hull City, we played well, but we didn't get the result. But that's the thing, we played well. We need to take that into the playoffs, because playing badly and getting the results is very hard when you're in the playoffs. You've got to play well as getting the result. So what we should use these games for is finding the right mix and finding the right formations to go into the playoffs with a lot of confidence. So mix things up a little bit. If Charlie White's not playing well, bring him off. Give Ross Stewart a good go. Don't give him 10 minutes. Chuck him on for a half. Chuck him on for 30. Let's see what you can do. Just do little things like that. Maybe put Chris Maguire on a half an hour. See if we can get some form in him. Because, like you say, on his day, he can change the game, but he hasn't done that much this season. But all you need to do is just try and get him on side, give him a bit more game time, and you just never know. So this is the time to just mix things up and try and find the right formula going into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Michael.
Go on, Michael.
Yeah, I was just going to say, for players like Bailey Wright and Denver Hume, I think I would be playing in these games, because we need, especially in Bailey Wright's case, we need him to be match sharp as possible for the playoffs. I know there's a risk of injury there, but I think the difference is like we've literally got nobody else that we can play in that position, unless you want to put Ollie Younger in there. So for me, I think for someone like Bailey Wright, and to an extent Denver Hume, I think there's a bit of an exception to that. But I do agree large. Otherwise, I agree completely with what's been said.
Yeah. Just before we kick off, I want to very quickly say 142 people watching, 46 likes. If you haven't already, please do give us a like just by pressing that thumbs up icon. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Really helps us out. It only takes a second. If you are watching on a mobile device, you might need to close your live chat before you do so. And as well, we are closing in on 6,000 subscribers. We'd absolutely love to get there before the end of the season. It is also free to subscribe. You won't miss any of our watch-alongs, anything else we do on the channel when we go live. It's free to do both of those things, completely voluntary. If you'd like to, of course, do that. And as well, the super chat is open. Of course, we aren't asking anyone for anything. If you want to leave a comment in the live chat, we'll read out as many as we can throughout the game. And of course, that's open for you. It's free to chat. But if you would like to leave a donation on super chat, it only goes at the moment to help us out at the channel and buying extra equipment, things like that. Sorting Michael's internet out, stuff like that. Maybe we can hire someone to make Dino's bed before the stream, just open professionalism ever so slightly. But yes, we are about to. We'll be kicking off any moment now. Who's doing the first 15 minutes of commentary? Do you want to give it a go, Michael?
Yeah, there's the players on here.
It's normally Michael, because we end up. Normally. His internet normally ends up leaving with during the game, so it's best for Michael to do it.
Yeah, Michael, you can start us off.
Always try to do the first lot. So in case something plays up later, then at least. Yeah. Well, everyone's just. We're switching sides. Okay, so we're going to be attacking from right to left first half. This is different. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know who won the coin toss, but I would imagine it's probably Accrington. But I mean, either way, it doesn't make a difference. You're attacking an empty stadium both ways, aren't you? So there we go. Just waiting for the keepers to sort of switch it. Go on, Jack. You might as well see if there's anything in the comments quickly before we start.
Yes, Jeff Holcroft on the live chat is saying Jack used to have that shirt probably before you were born. I was trying to say, Jeff Holcroft, welcome to the Blue Spanner Club. We hope you enjoy your position, your luxurious position as a Blue Spanner and moderator, of course. And Marianne Carlo's just donated $3. So thank you to that, Marianne. That'll really help us out on the channel. So yes, massive thank you for that. But Michael will be kicking off any second now.
That we will. On my screen, we're just zooming in on Carl Winchester. I must say, away games, it's quite nice to have some multiple camera angles again for a change. Carl Winchester's just standing over the ball. We've already done the knee, and here we are. We have kickoff at the Stadium of Light. So as I mentioned, yeah, there we go. We have kickoff at the Stadium of Light. Yeah, except I'm not getting paid for it, unfortunately. Anyway, right, Sunderland attack. As I said, Sunderland attacking from right to left in the first half. Sunderland are just trying to keep control of the game. We managed to get the ball towards Luke O'Nien, who was just digged it in towards Accrington's half. Charlie White has tried to get hold of the ball, hasn't managed it. He's lost it, and Accrington have just put the ball out for a throw-in. There's the first throw-in. We haven't even reached 30 seconds yet. And and it's a throw-in. So it's a throw-in to Sunderland, which Max Power is going to stand over.
I just say it quickly?
And he's just getting ready. Here we go. Took the throw-in. Max Power to Lyndon Gooch, back to Max Power. And go on.
Colin Major on the live chat, Dino's just put in saying, get those disco lights on.
Oh,
I think It's crucial because we tend to get a result when they're on. So.
Oh, got to go. Sorry, McGeady. Okay. Yeah, sorry, McGeady was down the left, put a cross in, but it's out for an Accrington corner. Very quickly, continue, go on.
No, it's fine, Michael. It's as long as the disco lights are on, I'm okay. Because now we're gonna get.
Hey, there they are. We're sorted. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it was so basically, guys. What we're saying is it's Dino's fault that we're out of the top 2 race. There you go.
Well, that's what me and Philly were saying. So.
I was waiting for the bite there. Didn't get one. Anyway, Anyway, McGeady corner from the left-hand side. He's put the ball into the box. I think it's going to. Hang on, it's headed. I thought it was going to be it was headed towards goal, but it must have come off an Accrington defender or something because it's another corner to Sunderland. We'll quick replay and have a look at this again. So, okay, no, one straight back McGeady, who will take a successive corner. So here we go. McGeady on the left. He's just put the ball into the box. Yet again, this looks like it's going over everyone. The keeper's punched the ball. So obviously it's gone as far as Max Power. Just before the centre circle, he switched it across the field towards Denver Hume on the left-hand side. And I think he's going to try a long ball here. Yes, he is, but that's going to be comfortably dealt with by Accrington. It's cleared out towards number 32 for Accrington. I was going to say, I think that's Dion Charles, but I don't know whether it is or not. Dion Charles for a contract that scored 19 goals and got 3 assists this season. Yeah, it is. Oh, wait, all right. Okay, fair enough then. Thanks for saving me blushes there. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, Dino Stato there. He saved us there. Anyway, Sunderland have continuing with the play. Left-hand side, Denver Humes just put the ball back in towards Accrington's half, and the touch was just too heavy for Aidan O'Brien, although maybe the suspicion would have been offside anyway, because it looks like Accrington are going to take a free kick.
He's a disco light operator and assistant Stato. There you go. There's Dino's 2 positions on the team.
So I like that. Assistant Stato. I like that. There's
your chief.
Anyway,
Michael,
Accrington's keeper has just launched it back up across the field again. Sunderland's half. Luke O'Nine's just headed it. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, hang on. There could be a good chance here. Charlie Wykes through here. Well, kind of through. He's on the right-hand side. Accrington have got bodies back. Charlie Wykes just tried an ambitious effort, and it's just hit the top of the net. But it's so no goal yet. Anyway, any more comments? Anything in the live chat, Jack? Yeah, I'll probably just look that up in the commentary, but there you go.
I want to say a good afternoon to DJ Sizzler Watson, good friend of the show, Dave Watson. Hello to Kieran Simpson Whiting as well. Steve M73 is glad to see the disco lights on. Tony Lee as well, friend of the show, of course. And Stephen Luhan and Thomas as well saying, come on, Sunderland, early goal. I better not be a spoiler, Tom, but I don't think it is. I think he's generous. But back to you, Michael.
Probably not. I think we probably would have seen it by now, unless it happens here. Luke O'Nine's. Here we go. There's the what is it? HT that everybody loves, the head tennis.
Oh, yes.
Now trying to keep the ball on the ground. Now they've got it forward again. Yeah. And I know. Well, of course, I need to try and set a new record. I might just say head tennis from the minute we kick off. Anyway, Accrington's turned to attack right hand side, but they've given the ball away towards Carl Winchester, who's controlling it and passed it to Max Power now on the right hand side. Max Power's being pressed into passing it back to Lee Burge, who's going to kick it long, which he has done, and I think he's going to aim for Charlie Wyke. And I don't think it's quite managed to reach him. No, it hasn't. Accrington have now got the ball on the left-hand side. Now we've just gone past the halfway line. We're in Sunderland's half again. Accrington could have a half-decent chance here if they play this right. They've passed it out to the left-hand side. They're going to probably get, I would assume they're probably going to get a ball in the box. Carl Winchester's trying to stand this man up. He's put the ball into the box, but it's comfortably straight at Lee Burge. Who I believe Gino likes as the best goalkeeper in the league. I don't know if he still believes that after last Saturday, but I'm just putting it out there anyway. Lee Burge has now put it out towards Max Power, but Max Power's just tried to do a pass to Lyndon Gooch and giving the ball away. Number 32 must be Dion Charles. Dion Charles is in the penalty area. It could be a chance for Accrington and straight at Lee Burge. There we go. So Lee Burge is just gathering it. You can tell by the look on Jack's face that we maybe got a bit of a close shave there.
No, I just think
that is definitely Dion Charles.
It was an impressive turn. Charles really good change of pace. Really got away from right quite well. Did well there.
Pretty much. And it's another launch into Accrington's half. Charlie White's got the ball on the left-hand side. He's put it into the box. And it's going to be a goal kick. Anyway, anything else in the comments?
Yes, Swan269 saying, thank God for the disco. Good day to Keith Lupton as well from Perth, Western Australia. And Nathan Rain is saying apparently it is Lincoln 0, Hull City 1.
That's good, actually. I think that's the result I probably want. Because you want to be above Lincoln really going into the playoffs, I think. Well, actually, saying that, it kind of doesn't... Yeah, it kind of doesn't make as much of a difference, I suppose. Anyway, Sunderland have got... Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Lyndon Gooch is on the right-hand side. He's just before the penalty area. He's gone into the penalty area. He's still dribbling. He's put a ball into the box. He's ahead of him, Charlie White, and Sunderland have took the lead. Before the 6-minute mark, Sunderland 1, Accrington Stanley 0. To be fair, Lyndon Gooch did well there. That was a really good cross. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep the trend of slagging players off, and they'll deliver. I'll start with Dino because I haven't come to you yet. Thoughts on the goal?
I'm just looking at it now. Lyndon Gooch dink in. Yeah, it's actually nice. It's another Charlie White special, one-touch Charlie White. I think he wrong foot. The keeper was going towards his right hand side, and Charlie White's headed towards his left, and he couldn't get back because he was already jumping to the right. So yeah, good goal, please. 6 minutes in, good early goal, needed.
Yeah, Jack, your thoughts?
Yeah, those are the goals that Charlie White scores, not the ambitious attempts from about 30 yards out to try and dink the keeper. Yeah, a well-taken header. We've seen him do that all season, really. Another well-taken header from Charlie White. Did well to get away from the defender, actually. But Lyndon Gooch as well, that ball was absolutely perfect. Perfect placement and weight and everything. So, yeah, the great delivery from Gooch and a pretty standard routine finish from Charlie White.
Completely agree. Nice to see Charlie White gets to get amongst the goals again. I know he did at Wigan, but still, that's my point. Anyway, Sunderland have got the ball now. We're just hopefully trying to keep things calm. Bailey Wright just tried to pass to Luke O'Nien, who's passed it to Denver Hume. Accrington have been trying to press, but Denver Hume's just done his man on the left-hand side. He's running forward. Down the left-hand side. Remember, Sunderland attacking from right to left in the first half. So he's put it through to McGeady. McGeady puts it into the near the 6-yard area, but Accrington have dealt with it pretty comfortably. So now Accrington are going to try and see if they can get an attack going. Nope, they're going to launch it long. And it's going to be, and Bailey Wright's managed to win the header. Now Luke O'Nien's just passed it towards Lee Burge. Good early start. Obviously, if you've just joined us, as you can see, Sunderland 1, Accrington 0. Just before the 6-minute mark, Charlie White headed from the 6-yard area to get Sunderland to the lead.
It's all because of the disco lights, Michael.
Yep, that's exactly why we're winning.
It's nothing to
right,
do.
Dino, if you're in the live stream for the playoffs, don't you dare not have the disco lights on for any of them. Anyway,
it's got nothing to do with White or Gooch.
Forward, sorry, not Charlie. No, definitely not. It's all down to Dino's disco lights. Luke O'Nien's got the ball now, got it amongst our back line, passed it to Bailey Wright. He's going to switch it towards Max Power. Nope, he's going to pass it to Lee Burge, who in turn will probably launch it long because Max Power's not got as much space as he did before. Lee Burge has kicked it long. We're now in Accrington's half again. There's more head tennis. Here we go again. Head tennis. Accrington's now on the left-hand side. Now they're going to get it into the air yet again. And Sunderland have managed to defend fairly well. Denver Hume's cleared it. Yet more head tennis. Seems like no one's interested in keeping it on the ground. There, Charlie White has just heard me say that, apparently. There we go. I know. Denver Hume, now on the left-hand side. Now it's Josh Scowen. Now he's switched it across the right of the pitch towards Max Power, who has managed to connect to that, but not very well, though, and it is out for an Accrington Stanley throw-in. Dino, thoughts on the start so far? Enough's happened to me to ask you that question.
Well, we've only created the one chance, haven't we? I mean, Accrington's created two chances. I think it was one chance from Dion Charles where he came in and had a shot at the bottom right corner. Lee Burge completely saved it. We've just took our chance, which is good, because you've just got to take your chances when you get them. I think that's what's let us down the past couple of games, especially against who was it? When Pym played in goal? Was it Charlton that game or something? Pym, remember?
Peterborough's goalkeeper.
Charlton, yes.
When we should have been. I can't remember what keeper it was.
Sorry, no, that was Ben Amos, I think it was for Charlton.
Was it Ben Amos? When Charlie White tried to lob him, like taking your chances. If we took our chances that game, we would have won that game, and we didn't. So it's good to see we're actually taking the first chance. So hopefully we take more chances.
Fair enough then. Anyway, just for the 7-minute mark, Sunderland 1, Accrington Stanley 0 at the Stadium of Light. There we go. Accrington put a cross into the box, but Sunderland have dealt with it fairly comfortably in the end. But there's yet another more instalments of head tennis going on. But Max Powers just kept it on the ground, passed it to Lee Burge, who got it long amid pressure, possibly from Dion Charles. Either way, Scowen's well pressed Accrington there. Now it's Aidan McGeady running down the left wing. Runs down the wing for me. McGeady tries putting a cross into the box. It's 2-0. Charlie White.
Come on!
Cross from the left-hand side. Cross from the left-hand side from Aidan McGeady. Very good run. Accrington were pretty shambles defensively there, but Charlie White has met the cross very well. Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 0. I'm telling you, it is definitely Dino's disco lights. And speaking of disco, man, what are your thoughts on that goal?
Well, it literally happened a second before you went get in. I mean, it's a good cross by McGeady, but Charlie White's done really well to get to the front post. because normally he just lingers around the centre. He's actually done really well to get the front post and nick it in. And again, one touch Charlie Wyke. I mean, Terry's got a point. He's touched the ball twice and scored. Good goal.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, Jack, your thoughts?
Yeah, who threaded that ball through for McGeady? That was a good ball as well, but largely similar to the first goal, really just a perfect ball in again, right into the right area, and Wyke does really well. Slightly different this time, of course. He's not heading it; he's volleying it in. But again, another well-taken finish from Charlie Wyke, and we've seen him do things like that all season, apart from the last few games. So I'm just happy that with Wyke, so far in this game, he seems to be back to his old self. Hopefully, we can build on this now going into the playoffs, and it's that form he can carry into them.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully it's a good omen and a good sign. Anyway, we've just had a throw in from Max Power, who switched it to Denver Hume, who's attacking down the left again. Threaded the through ball through Aidan McGeady. Denver Hume's going to try and go on the overlap, I think. He's done it successfully. McGeady's put a ball in the overlap. Denver Hume whips across into the box. It beats pretty much everybody, and Accrington are going to deal with this themselves. Although they're trying to pass it around the back. Sunderland are pressing quite well at the minute. Aidan O'Brien's just forced them to clear it, and it's now gone towards Bailey Wright, who has now got pretty much got loads of time on the ball. Not much pressure. Passed it towards Luke O'Nien. Max Power just ahead of him. He's passed it towards Max Power, who passes it back to Bailey Wright. Obviously, just over 12 minutes gone. Sunderland 2, Accrington 0. Can't remember the last time we went 2-0 up, certainly this early in the game. Ball through, Charlie White's got the ball. Now he's passed it towards Lyndon Gooch on the right side. Lyndon Gooch has not managed to keep the ball in, and it is out for an Accrington throw-in. Sorry, Jack, you said something there, and I talked over you.
Yeah, Doncaster's probably the only one that comes closest. I think it was a little bit later on this. It was more 20, 30 minutes, but probably the last time we've had, a 2-goal lead quite early on.
Actually, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, now you've said that, that's probably right. Anyway, Accrington have took the throw-in. We're just going to get it towards the centre of the pitch. Josh Gowan's managed to keep hold of the ball. He's done really well there. Got it back to Bailey Wright, who gives it to Denver Hume just next to the centre circle, but we're now nearer to the left-hand side. No, we're nearer the centre circle again. Denver Hume's just passed it towards Luke O'Nien. He's going to have Max Power on his right, but he's passed the ball forward towards Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch was tackled, but Accrington have passed the ball back to Winchester, who's now passed it to Power, who's got it forward to Luke O'Nien, who's passed it to Josh Gowan, back to Luke O'Nien. Just working some neat little passes here. Just keep the game simple, lads. But we have given the ball away. Just as I say that, Accrington could maybe potentially get something going themselves. But goodness me, Accrington's passing. So some of it this game has been really poor, but Sunderland have took advantage of it so far. Anyway, Accrington passing just on the halfway line, now into their own half, back amongst their centre backs. Now they're just getting towards their left back position. Lyndon Gooch is just trying to press. Now Aidan O'Brien's trying to press forward as Accrington are just still passing among the back line. Charlie Wyke, Aidan McGeady, all trying to press in, but we have managed to deflect. We have managed to intercept the pass, but it's deflected out Aidan McGeady towards a throw-in. Any more comments, Jack?
Yeah, everyone's talking about the goal. Really, Chris Smith, morning to you, of course, tuning in from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. John Bradley saying we need to scare off the Perth opponents again. Colin Major, Dean Disco Lights are the best. They light up from his arse to his chest. And DJ says watching as well, saying apparently Peterborough.
Thank you very much, Anthony Lee, by the way, while that's on the screen. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, sorry, what happened, Mike? I didn't say that.
And they just hit the referee in the head.
Looks like it.
Just hit the referee in the
referee's
head.
holding the side of his head, so the referee's holding the side of his head, so something's clearly happened. Maybe it's just been Charlie Wyke and he's just lost header battle with him.
Yeah, doesn't the referee look like Steve Coniston?
A little bit. He's probably not as good as a holding midfielder. Lads, I just want to, while there's this breaking play, I just want to quickly go through the other results in League One. So currently Charlton 0, Peterborough 1, MK Dons 0, Swindon Town 0, Wigan Athletic 0, Burton Albion 0, Oxford United 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 0,
Hey!
Crewe Alexandra 0, Rochdale 0, Gillingham 1, Northampton Town 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Fleetwood Town 0, Ipswich Town 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Blackpool 0, Shrewsbury 0, and Lincoln City 0, Hull 1. So I think important results in there. I mean, if we've written off top two, then actually Hull and Peterborough, that's decent results for us so far. Lincoln and Charlton, who are both playoff potential rivals, are getting beat. I think we're back on play now. We can talk about that in a moment. But MK Dons have just taken the lead as well, if I didn't mention that. But Will Griggs.
The referee walked into Charlie Wyke's face.
No, that must hurt. Anyway, Dean will be you on commentary for the next 15 minutes.
No, it's normally you for the first.
It's all the scenes are
Is it?
unfolding at the stadium.
Well, anyway, I'm on commentary now. Rogers, the Accrington Stanley right back, throws it upfield. Volley down by number 36, just wide of the goal. It was Rogers there, right back. Threw it up the line. It was their number 19, who I think that's Colby Bishop, maybe, who took it down. And it was Phillips, their number 36, volleyed it from the edge of the box, just went wide. Lee Burge at full stretch. Would you have got that? Yeah, probably, but just wide of the post, out for a Sunderland goal kick.
Right, he had it covered, man. He had it covered.
Yeah, of course he did. If you are just joining us, we are 16 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. It's Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 0. 2 goals from one touch. Charlie White, assist from Aidan McGeady and Lyndon Gooch as Lee Burge knocks the ball upfield, headed on by White, who's completely unchallenged over towards the right-hand side, looking for Lyndon Gooch, but it's Accrington Stanley's number 4 who picks the ball up, plays it up the line to another black shirt. Accrington in there, black shirt, white shorts and white socks today as they're looking to play the ball through the midfield, but it was intercepted by Billy Wright, although the referee has stopped the game. I'm not entirely sure what form might have been. Looks as if it's been a free kick. Maybe he's still holding his head after he bumped into Charlie White. But
I don't know if it was Charlie White or Aidan O'Brien, it was one of the two.
I just look at Aidan O'Brien and go, I bet walking into him would hurt. As a long ball playing down our left-hand side is intercepted by Luke Chester and Accrington Stanley throw-in. Then number 18 on the right-hand side. We'll take this once again, just ahead of the halfway line to Rogers. Plays up the line. Flicked on by Bishop. Only won by Winchester, though. O'Brien wins the header, only as far as Accrington Stanley's number 4, over towards their player out on the left-hand side, who's cutting in ever so slightly back to their number 28, over to number 4. Now it's with McConville, number 11 in the middle. Slips it over to the left-hand side, comes back to their number 4, who tries to switch the play, but only Denver Hume will pick the ball up just inside Sunderland's box over on the left-hand side. Knocks it back to Luke O'Nien at left centre-back. Sunderland playing a back 4 today. Knocks it back to Lee Burge, who sends it long, looking for Lyndon Gooch, who's turning. He's managed to pick the ball up. He's number 4 is on his back. Gooch knocks it back to Carl Winchester on the halfway line. Touches it over towards Max Power. Power back to Bailey Wright at right centre-back. Dinks it up the line, looking for Lyndon Gooch. The balls went straight through, and then number 2 intervenes out for a Sunderland throw-in on our right-hand side. Probably Lyndon Gooch or Max Power to this one. It's the latter. It's Power who throws it towards the box. O'Brien couldn't quite win it. Out for another Sunderland throw-in, this time about 10 yards up the line. Just very quickly, I want to say a massive thank you to Ian Titch Brown. Thank you for the £1 donation. Ian, much appreciated. Really helped us out on this channel, so thank you for that. Ian, anyway, we're back in play. I was going to mention something that doesn't matter. Power into Gooch, back to Max Power. Now it's with McGeady. Touch to Gooch. Gooch unfortunately gives the ball away there. Scowen comes in with a tackle. O'Brien chests it down to Scowen. Scowen over to Lyndon Gooch. Threads a lovely ball through to Aidan McGeady on the right hand side. McGeady dinks it into the box. O'Brien couldn't quite win the header, flicked away by an Accrington Stanley defender, and Accrington have the ball. Good tackle by Denver Hume as the ball bounces into Josh Scowen, who looks to thread a ball through to McGeady, but couldn't quite get control of the ball. Trying to say very quickly, 213 people watching, 99 likes. If you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up. Just press that thumbs up button. Give us a like. If you are watching on a mobile device, you might...
Wait, 99 likes already? Well, that's quick.
If you are watching on a mobile device, you might need to close your live chat before you do so. And subscribe to the channel as well. You won't miss out on any of the future watch-alongs or anything else we do on the channel if you subscribe. And it's free to do both of those things. So if you haven't already, please do those things. As we are back in play. Bailey Wright, left-footed pass over to Max Power at right back. Now it's with Carl Winchester. Back to Max Power. Back to Bailey Wright. I'm sure CONRAD will love me saying that. Bailey Wright volleys it forward with his left foot, looking for Aidan O'Brien. It's an Accrington defender who wins it, all flicked on by a number 28, and another flick on by an Accrington player. Bailey Wright answers it, though. Now it's down to Josh Scowen, who passes it over towards Max Power, up the line to Lyndon Gooch, trying to take the ball in his stride, but unfortunately the ball just got a bit lost in his feet, and Accrington have the ball back down our left-hand side. Ball is knocked back to their goalkeeper now. White will go and press him. He plays a right-footed ball into the centre of the park. Scowen nods it down only into the path of an Accrington player who turns Denver Hume very well. Looked to play inside there. Hume intercepted it. McGeady, Scowen, over to Denver Hume out on the left-hand side. Left-footed ball driven up the line, looking for Aidan O'Brien, who takes it down relatively well, but unfortunately Accrington defender intervenes and Sends it up our line. Only chested down by Josh Scowen, who threads it into Aidan McGeady out on the left-hand side, who, of course, assisted that second goal. Puts another dangerous ball at the box, but Charlie White just missed it out for a goal kick to Accrington. Stanley, Dino, very quickly, your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, this little middle bit's been a little bit scrappy. They can't keep a hold of the ball. We're keeping the hold of the ball well, but we're just not finding the pockets. But we did find one there with McGeady. It's a good cross. Unfortunately, Charlie White just didn't get. Well, lads, what do you reckon? Do you reckon White hat-trick, or do you reckon he won't get it?
I mean, he's got, an hour? 70 minutes, actually, hasn't he? He's got 70 minutes to score one goal. He got two in the first kind of 12 minutes or so. He could do it. I think he only needs that one extra chance. And I think with White as well, it really benefits when he's got confidence running through him, and having scored two already. If he's going to have that, he needs confidence, I think, or a confidence boost anyway. Bit scrappy with your backing players there. Number 2 takes the ball over to their number 4 out on the left-hand side, who just takes the ball over the halfway line, sends it out wide to their player out on the left-hand side, who's trying to cut in. Max Powell standing him up, couldn't quite block the cross. Flicked on, took a touch off Bailey Wright and out for an Accrington corner. If you are just joining us, it's Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 0, and we are exactly 22 minutes through the game. Michael, I'll go to you. Your thoughts on the opening 22 minutes?
Controlled enough of it. Sorry, you can hear dogs going in the background. We've controlled enough of it. I think that I know I'll be quick. And I think, like I said, this is the type of game where I think we need to try and score as many as we can. But so far 2-0 up, can't complain, really, can you?
Yeah, corner delivered in the box. It was won by an Accrington Stanley player, but Lee Burge did very well to get a hand on it, and Aidan O'Brien got it clean out with Aidan McGeady out on the right-hand side. Power back to McGeady in the centre of the pitch. Left-footed ball dinked over the top, looking for Charlie White on the right-hand side, who flicks it into Lyndon Gooch. Gooch chests it down. Looks to find White again in the box. He's got a few Accrington players around him. He's back to goal. Sends it to Denver Hume just inside the box on the left-hand side. Delivers the ball across the box for their number 4. Clears it out for a corner. Tom Willis on the chat is just saying they might have the bishop, but we have the king. Too right, Tom Willis, but he's on the bench at the moment. We don't really make him today. Colin Major thinking White will score 4. Aidan McGeady jogging over to take this corner kick now. Corner ball, I should say. Corner kick. What am I waffling on about? Aidan McGeady ready to take this corner now. Lots of red and white shirts still in the box, despite being 2-0 up. He's looking as if he's going to take it on his left foot this time. Accrington, of course, have plenty of players in their box ready to defend. McGeady, left-footed ball, dinged into the box, caught by the Accrington keeper there. A bit too close to him, really. No real Sunderland players. We're probably going to win that. Keeper still has the ball in his hands. Looks to, well, he fainted throwing it over to his left, but he does throw it over to the left now. Over there, number 4, who carries the ball forward, knocks it into their number 28, who looks to be playing like a bit of a holding midfield role at the moment, slides it into there. Colby Bishop over to the left-hand side now. Up against Max Power is an Accrington player. He does him quite well, crossing it in the box, but Scowen heads it away. McGeady couldn't quite get there. Over there, number 6 now, who's on the edge of the box. Good foot in from Josh Scowen there as Aidan O'Brien picks the ball. O'Brien into Bailey Wright. Wright switches to play, looking for Denver Hume, and he finds him quite well. Hume takes it down, sends it infield, looking for Charlie White, couldn't quite find him there. Number 18 picks the ball up on the right-hand side, threads it forward now. Nice little passing from Accrington Stanley. They've done well to keep the ball there, and then number 18 knocks it back to number 16 in their own half. Over towards number 2, who looks to be the central of 3 centre-backs today. Over to their number 4 at left centre-back, left of the 3. Forward ball into number 6, over towards the left-hand side now. Power intervenes as well, ensure he wins the ball, knocks it into Aidan McGeady, who's been a bit all over the pitch there. It looks as if he's in a bit of a free roam. McGeady, quite deep, knocks it back. Power at right back. Now it's with Bailey Wright back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge, left-footed ball driven towards the right-hand side, only won by an Accrington player, and Bailey Wright takes it down though. Looking to get an attack move and get the ball up the pitch. McGeady takes it well, threads it in. Aidan O'Brien out on the right-hand side. He's got players to aim for in the box. He cuts inside onto his left foot, takes a shot straight to the Accrington goalkeeper. Not a lot of power on it. Dino, could have done better there?
Yeah, I think he should have just went down the line then and looked for the cross. I think it was like a 3-on-3 there. I think he made the wrong decision, but he still got a shot off. Yeah, it was a poor shot, but it's another chance we've created. We could have done better, but overall, we'll attack quite well.
Yeah. One for the stats, that one, isn't it, really? Shot on target there, pretty standard. Poor defend from Accrington that would let him have so much time on the ball. But speaking of Accrington, they're in our box now with their number 36, who takes a shot just wide of the post out for a goal kick. But yeah, as I was saying, Accrington, they're in particular, the defending. They just let Aidan O'Brien have so much time on the ball. It was so long before he actually got closed down. He even managed to cut inside, get it onto his left foot and work a shot before anyone had even really got close to him. Hello to Hugo as well, watching from Portugal. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Accrington have the ball back in play, though. Threaded into their player there. Knocks it into their number 36 in centre midfield. Winchester goes over to him. It's over to their number 18 out on the right-hand side. Knocks it back to the right centre-back who looks to play the ball up the line. Luke O'Nien wins the header, though. Only out for an Accrington throw-in just about 5 to 10 yards ahead of the halfway line, which Rogers, their number 18, will take. Looks to be playing like a wing-back role. Rogers is a tall lad. Colby chests it down to their number 6 out on the right-hand side. Ball goes into the box from their number 16, but Luke O'Nien answers it, heads it down. O'Brien picks the ball up and Scowen dinks it forward, looking for Charlie White, who takes the ball down quite well despite the pressure and finds Lyndon Gooch, who's got himself on the left-hand side. Now back to Luke O'Nien in the box. In our box, I should say. O'Nien drives the ball over towards right-hand side where White will find it. White, nice little Cruyff turn. He's been watching me in five-a-side, although not this week as I am injured. Max Power looks to send the ball into the path of Josh Scowen, but couldn't quite get control of the ball, Josh Scowen. And the Accrington goalkeeper will calmly pick up the ball, rolls it out to number 4 at left centre-back. Passes it over to his teammate. Accrington's just slowly building an attack, looking in no rush, really. Son are not putting much pressure on the defenders, but then again, we're turning up. They're not really coming at us. No need as they thread it into the middle now. Their number 32 is the ball. Scowen does well to intervene. He's had a good game so far. Josh Scowen, as Bailey Wright finds Charlie White. Now it's with Aidan McGeady over towards the left-hand side. Lyndon Gooch coming into the box now. Gooch over to Aidan McGeady. Touch let him down a little bit out for Sunderland on a good tackle there by their number 2. Dino, do you think Aidan McGeady's touch just slowed the game down a little bit there?
I don't think it was meant for McGeady, I think he was heading towards the back post, because if you watch, I don't know who's making the run towards the back post. There, Aidan O'Brien, look, he's free out the back. I'm sure he was trying to find him back in play anyway, Jack.
Yeah, from the corner now. Josh Scowen whips the cross in, but that's over everyone there, really. I'm not sure what happened in the corner. The cameraman didn't quite punt us in time. Brian Halliday saying more like a 3-point turn, Jack lol. Yeah, I guess you could say Charlie White turning more like a 3-point turn. Like a truck, maybe. But he's got 2 goals today, so we'll leave him. Yeah, I think it was meant to go towards the players in the back post, but I think with the number of black shirts in there, that would have been dealt with before it got to any of them. But Accrington are back in play from the goal kick. Now their number 2 has the ball. Middle of the 3 centre-backs over to number 4, who's the left of the 3. Delivers it up the line. Bailey Wright gets a header on the ball, only out for Accrington. Stanley throwing out on the left-hand side, about 15 yards ahead of the halfway line, and goes down the line. Colby Bishop picks it up now. He's got Luke O'Nien on his back. Max Power coming over to add a bit of pressure as well. Colby Bishop, good foot in by there. Luke O'Nien out for an Accrington throw-in on the left-hand side. Accrington getting ready to take this throw-in now. They're number 4, who looks to be the middle of the 3 centre-backs, who's came quite far up the pitch to take this one. There's loads of flags in the stand there. I think that's the Felon branch I can see. Shout out to them, of course, if you are watching. Shout out to the Felon branch. Looks like that anyway. Anyway, throw in, going into the box. Bishop heads it down into there. Number 32, who lost the ball there. Max Power comes away with it now. Power sends it up the line with his right foot, headed up the line by their number 2, out for a Sunderland throw in on the right-hand side. But it gets to that point where I hand over to Dino for the last 15 minutes commentary of the first half. Over to you, Dino.
Thank you very much, Jack. Anyway, Max Power with the throw in, the captain today. It's went on to Lee Johnson. Don't know why, because he's just standing there with his hands in his pockets. So I'd rather see what's going on the pitch. Anyway, Luke O'Nien on the right side of the box goes long out looking for Charlie White, but Butcher wins the header, but it only falls to Bailey Wright, who plays it inside to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen now plays all the way back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge controls it, and he's looking for a pass. He's got Bailey Wright at one side, Luke O'Nien at the other. I don't think he's going to use any of them. He's just rolling the ball out, and he will go long, and he slips, but it's still a good kick forward. It's headed by Rogers to number 36, who is Phillips. Sunderland have the ball now with Aidan McGeady. McGeady knocks it to Wyke, who gives it to Aidan McGeady on the touchline. Aidan McGeady looking for a pass. He switches it all the way over to Lyndon Gooch, who's going to run and try and keep this in. He doesn't keep it in, unfortunately, but it's a good tackle by Burgess on Gooch, and it's a Sunderland throw in, which will be taken on the right, our right side of the box. That made no sense. The right side of the box, that's what I should have said. Anyway, he's taking it, he's thrown it
the wrong side of the box, not the right one.
Aidan O'Brien out to Lyndon Gooch, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Wicks it in towards the back post where nobody's there, and it's out for a goal kick to Accrington Stanley. Comments, Jack?
Yes, John 84 saying apparently Charlton have missed a penalty. How you watching in Turkey? Usiel Akar, sorry if I've mispronounced your name there. Tom Wallace pointing out Sin Play, who scored the most hat-tricks for Sunderland, is Kevin Phillips with 2. So White will join him if he gets another goal today. Oh,
imagine Charlie White is on the same level as Phillips, man. Not having it like anyway. It's 7 goals long. He does, unbelievable. 7 clear the ball up. It's a little bit of back and forth here, but the referee's given a free kick to, I don't know what's happened here. I think there's a clash of heads between.
Hopefully it's not Aidan O'Brien again.
No, it's not. It's between Phillips and I think it was Denver Hume. No, it's Charles, sorry. Charles and Denver Hume. I don't know what's happened there, to be fair. I didn't even say a clash of heads. Go on, Jack.
So just quickly go back to the chat while I've got a break in play. CP7 asking, will 09 ever go back to the midfield? Hopefully he will. At the moment, he's having to cover in defence for all the defensive injuries. Unfortunately, DJ Earth is saying, for every goal we score, I'm adding 1 fish finger to my sandwich. So we hope you enjoy your fish finger sandwich. Watching in Carlisle in his taxi, normally DJ Earth does. Back to you, Gino.
Yeah, the ball's with 7 now, just about 20 yards outside his area. He goes long down the left looking for Bishop. Bailey Wright will head the ball forward. But it's well won by Accrington, but only as far as Josh Scowen now. Josh Scowen plays it back to Max Power, right back, who goes all the way back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge takes a touch and clears the ball down the field. It's controlled by Charlie White, but the referee's deemed no foul. Butcher now goes long down the left, looking for McConville. McConville's touch lets him down. McConville comes back outside, looking for a pass. He gives it to Burgess. Burgess to Butcher back to McConville. McConville looking for another pass. We're pushing him all the way back towards halfway line where you'll find Rogers in the centre circle. Rogers all the way back to Nottingham on the halfway line. Nottingham forward to McConville, who goes long down the line looking for Charles, who does try and look for the pass to Phillips, but we have the ball with Hume now coming down the left-hand side. Plays it down the line to McGeady now. McGeady's got Rogers on his shoulder. McGeady now does a little flip-flap, but he doesn't get past Rogers. Read that very well. Rogers takes him to the corner flag, but McGeady does beat him. That's a great bit of skill, and the referee somehow has given a free kick to them, which I still don't understand. McGeady done amazing there. Lovely little turn round the corner, but he's given a free kick to Accrington. Anyway, Michael, thoughts on the game so far?
I think we've started to control it. Like I said, I think that Accrington have had a couple of breakaway chances, but like half ones. But I don't think that so far anyway, they haven't done anything that's. I think they had one with Dion Charles that obviously had a shot that was over the bar. But I mean, that aside, I think Sunderland have controlled it. And I think this is the type of thing we need to be seeing ahead of the playoffs. Get some momentum back.
Yeah, we definitely need some momentum, like Michael would do. Anyway, Lee Burge now has it in his 6-yard box. Lee Burge under pressure by Charles. Lee Burge has just done Charles there. Well done, Lee Burge. And then he goes long down the line. Header won by Charlie White, but it's found its way to 7. A bit risky there, Jack. Was it by Lee Burge, or do you think it was safe as houses?
I'll agree. To save an argument here, I'll say it's safe as houses because I know if I say anything bad about Lee Burge.
Anyway, Luke 09 has the ball and gives it to Denver Hume on the left touchline. Hume goes down the line looking for Charlie White. Charlie White will get his foot there, but he's given a. I don't know if that's a free kick on Charlie White, given it against him, or is it a throw in? I can't tell. Throw in actually. Rogers will take the throw in on the right hand side. Rogers goes long down the line, flicked on by Bishop, but it's found its way to Lee Burge's hands via a Sunderland defender's foot. And Bishop's going off it with the linesman, saying that was a back pass. I don't believe it was. 35 minutes gone here. Sunderland 2, Accrington 0. Lee Burge goes long down the pitch. I don't know why they do this. They're showing a replay of something.
I know.
I don't get it.
Angry.
Anyway, back in play. The referee's given a free kick on Bishop. Bishop tries to kick it off Luke O'Nien, and the referee pulls it back regardless. This when I've been commentating, the pick and match has just been all over the place. The referee doesn't know what he's doing. The players don't know what they're doing. The cameraman doesn't know what he's doing.
He never does. Well, not the cameraman, whoever like to select which cameraman's footage has been shown. He always showing us replays of stuff we're just not bothered about.
Exactly. Anyway, Bartley goes long with a free kick towards the back post. It's past every single player, and it's out for a goal kick. Comments, Jack?
Yeah, Jack Ludlow is saying that apparently Lee Burge is the best in the world. And in response to that, the meme channel has said, if Lee Burge is the best in the world, then honestly, Lee Camp is the best in the universe.
God's sake, man.
I think Jack Ludlow's just Dino in disguise. That's his other account.
No. I haven't got time
I think
for
the
stuff
only
like
way
that.
that those two are remotely comparable because they both have the same first name. That's it.
Ooh, Lee.
Jack and Dino.
What are you talking about? Anyway, we're back
Jack
in play.
Ludlow, Jack Ludlow and Dino Elgar, they're not exactly two names that are the same. Oh, Lee Burge and Lee Camp, right.
Hey, friggin' hell, man. Stick a referee in. Anyway.
As always, about 5 hours behind.
Anyway, well, Lyndon Gooch looks for the overlap of Max Power on the right side, and Sunderland have won a corner on the right side. Well, it was a good build-up play there. Gooch had the ball, looked for the Max Power overlap, and someone put the foot in. Is it me, right? I can't even tell half these. Like, I can normally tell by players on the pitch who's on their team. I'm struggling. I struggle with Accrington Stanley. I don't know why, because their midfielders just interchange all the time. Anyway,
I think as well, they're all quite samey. They've got like a lot of like similar physiques and things like that. Like
header on targets, and it's comfortable for 7. I don't know. I think Charlie White got his head to that. What were you saying, Jack? Sorry.
All of their players look quite similar. In fact, they look as if they've got like similar physiques and even haircuts and hairstyles and hair colours. They're all kind of like, we've got some diversity in the team. It's a bit easy. For like Scowen and O'Brien, you wouldn't get them two mixed up. I don't know why we're talking about this, by the way.
Neither do I. Anyway, switch play here. It's here with Burgess. I think that's Burgess anyway. Is it Burgess? No, it's McConville. McConville whips the ball in. Safest house. Oh, there was a bit of a communication mix-up there between Luke O'Nien and Lee Burge, but Lee Burge does come out with it. 38 and a quarter gone, so it's going to be 39 minutes gone here at the Stadium of Light. And Lee Burge has the ball.
Just in response to Tony Lee's commenting, Steve Coniston tells me Dino has a bit of a bullet shot. Can you confirm? Does I can confirm that Steve Coniston is telling you Porkies.
Oh, wait, Ian O'Brien in the box. He tries to chip the keeper, and it's good saved by the keeper. I don't understand how he even got there. Ian O'Brien seemed to have the freedom of the penalty box there on the right side. And he went to dink it. Remember when John Jones went to dink it against Portsmouth, where he tried dinking the far corner from the throw-in?
That was one of them moments where he just
yeah.
It was. But yeah, Ian O'Brien tried the same, but it was a good save by Savin anyway. Corner taken short of McGeady, who tries to give it back to Power. Somehow we have got it. Power whips the ball towards the back post, and there's nobody there, and it will be cleared by Accrington Stanley. But Luke O'Nien does get there. He does stop him from going down the line, so it's a throw in to Accrington Stanley. Comments there, Jack?
Yes, well, Tony Lee was saying, Steve Coniston tells me Dino has a bit of a bullet shot. Can you confirm, Dobbs? I can confirm that Steve Coniston's telling you Porkies, Tony Lee. Dino most certainly does not have a bullet shot, but Steve Coniston is one heck of a five-a-side player, got man of the match. He is also the own goal king with 2 in 1 game, doubling Dino's record. And
Adams. Anyway, coming down the left side with McConville now. McConville coming down the left side. He's got Max Power up against him. He will go down the line. He will whip the ball in. Cleared by Bailey right, only as far as Burgess. Burgess takes it down on his chest, whips the ball towards the back post, where it passes everyone, and Denver Hume will bring the ball out. Denver Hume now goes long down the left side. I'm guessing he's looking for McGeady. No, he's looking for Charlie White. Charlie White wins the header, but the referee's given a free kick. I don't know why. The referees seems to be very free kick happy on Charlie White. Charlie White won the header and he's given a free kick against him. Don't understand that. 41 minutes almost gone here at the Stadium of Light. They're showing the replay. I don't know why. Again, why are you showing the replay? I mean, that's a fair challenge, wouldn't you say, Jack? He won the header. Up, shot by Accrington, Stanley on the edge of the box by Charles, and it's. You know what? I think I've seen Lee Birch catch the ball. You know, people say he kind of catch the ball. I think he's just caught the ball there. Can you confirm, Michael, he did catch the ball, didn't he?
Yes, so I can confirm with my own eyes watching the stream, Lee Burge did categorically catch that ball. Pretty comfortably.
So I don't understand. I don't understand why people say he can't
offside, but he still caught the ball.
I don't understand why people say he can't catch a ball, because me and you clearly just seen him do it. Anyway, Nottingham has the ball in his own half now, under pressure by Aidan O'Brien. Nottingham goes down the right side where he'll find Bishop, who knocks it down to Connolly. Butch has the ball, but I would say that was a good tackle by Carl Winchester, but apparently the referee, it wasn't. So Butch wins the free kick, and I think Carl Winchester's going to get a yellow card here because he looked shocked. He is. Carl Winchester has received a yellow card there.
Jeff Holcroft is saying, Dino, is that not what he's paid to do? On about Birch making saves, I think.
Yeah, but there's loads of people saying he can't catch a goal, he can't catch a ball, and I've seen him many times catch a ball. So these people who keep saying he can't catch a ball, I don't know what game they're watching. I just think they hate Lee Birch that much. They can't give him any credit in the slightest. And
I just think you.
Something tells me we're going to see more of this Lee Birch saga.
He could do absolutely anything, Dino, and you'd still praise him.
No, when he makes mistakes, I'll say, yeah, he made a mistake. You know, anyway, McGeady now, he's under pressure. He runs into his own box and clears it towards Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen now turns on the ball. I think Josh Scowen's had an actually really good game so far.
Yeah, great.
Plays out to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien crosses the halfway line and gives it to Denver Hume on the halfway line. Hume comes inside and plays it back to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen now. I think Luke O'Nien's down with an injury, I believe. And Sunderland I think the game stopped for the injury on Luke O'Nien, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's Luke O'Nien, yeah. Luke O'Nien's down.
Well, I've got the stoppage in, but hello to Casey Cameron June, of course, friend of the show, saying apparently to the referee that headbutted the Ipswich player. Apparently DJ Sizzler Watson is saying he couldn't catch a cold. So clearly Dino's going to have words with you, Dave, in a moment. But we'll be getting back and play at some point soon, Dino.
I think we are. Luke O'Nien's back up on his feet. He's walking away like he did against us at the Stadium Light, just walking away from halfway line. So for some reason the referee's brought the ball out to our right there, left side of the pitch, and he's dropped it towards Max Power. Max Power now with the ball gives it back to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright all the way back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge clears it with his left foot down the pitch, looking for Charlie White, who wins the header. Josh Scowen looks to play it to McGeady on the left touchline. McGeady controls it. Tries to go past Rogers. Rogers with a good tackle there, and it's a throw into Sunderland. Comments there, Jack?
Yeah, I've read out a few comments. I just want to say, we're back and play, Tim.
We're back and play. Throw in taken quickly. McGeady now. Left side of the box. Plays it across, and it's just went past everybody. Aidan O'Brien with a dime header. Just missed it. Anyway, Lyndon Gooch has it on the right touchline, and the referee has given a free kick as Lyndon Gooch was fouled by McConville. Back to the comments there, Jack. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, DJ Earth asking what you guys are going to do when the stadium's open next season, straight from the stands. Well, we're having to think about some things we can do next season in terms of the watch-alongs. It'd be nice to keep doing them if we can. Just very quickly as well, 244 people watching, 134 likes. If you haven't already, please give us a like. Just press that thumbs up icon. You might need to close your live chat if you are watching on a mobile device, and subscribe as well if you haven't already. You won't miss anything that we do on this channel. It's free to do both of those things, and it really helps us out. See if we can get 250 likes for the end of the stream.
Ball in the box. It's a bit of a scramble. It's with Winchester. Winchester in the box has a shot. It's hit Nottingham. Is that a handball? The referee says no handball.
He said no.
Anyway, Salmon has it in his hands. It's 3 minutes of injury time now. 45 minutes gone here at the Stadium of Light. Salmon has the ball. He's wasting a little bit of time here. You'd think he wants to get back in the game. He's just holding on to the ball. Salmon goes long looking for, I believe, which will be Bishop. But Bailey Wright wins the header. Brought down by Phillips. but gives it away to Charlie White. Charlie White does very well there, spins on the ball and gives it McGeady on the centre circle. McGeady goes down the left side looking for Aidan O'Brien, where Savin will get Savin's going to watch it out here, and he does. Savin watches it out for a goal kick. Anyway, Michael, first off, are you happy?
Yeah, very much so. I think the only criticism is that we haven't took more of our chances, but when I think getting the 2 early goals, I think settled us right down. I think it's enabled us to play a large part of our game. Just need to keep this up second half. Let's just try and get some more goals. Try and get them more confidence.
Right, we're back and play with Savin, who goes long down the right side of the pitch. It's straight out for throw into Sunderland. Anyway, Jag, what about your thoughts on the first half, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I think the 2 goals have settled us quite well, and we're not playing nervously. Yeah, I mean, a decent performance so far. I think Scowen in particular had a decent game today. A lot of 7, 8 out of 10 performances all around. I don't think anyone's been absolutely outstanding. But yeah, the overall decent team performance. Quite pleased with it. Just need to make sure we get through to half time, and then after that, hopefully keep the clean sheet intact.
Yeah, Bailey Wright almost got caught on the ball there, but he done well and gives it to Luke O'Nien, who goes long down the left side. Accrington Stanley played out for throw into Sunderland about 40 yards away from goal. Denver Hume will take it. 47 minutes gone. We've got 1 more minute of added time. Denver Hume throws it down the line to Charlie White, but is he fouled there? No, the referee deems that Charlie White fouled Rogers, which is baffling to me because Rogers actually tackled him. Sometimes referees baffle me in this league, how they give free kicks. What's a free kick regardless? Comments, Jack, quickly?
Well, Gary Grundy said I should get myself an X Factor. Maybe me and Terry could do a double act. You never know. Hello as well to George Young. Said, first time I found you on match day. Do you do this every season? We do this for every game, George. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the stream. But yeah, we do this for every game if you want to join us for other games as well.
Anyway, coming down with Accrington Stanley, but Luke O'Nien cuts the pass out. Plays it all the way back. Bartley has the ball, and he plays it all the way back to Savin. Savin now. It looks like it's going to be blown for half time. Savin goes long down the pitch, and the referee's blown for half time, and it's Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 0.
Well, lads, turning up at half time. I think if that was offered by any of us before the game, would have taken it. Really, Mike, I'll go to you first. Strong first half. Good result so far.
Yeah, that was all right, that first half. Actually, I quite enjoyed watching that. It's a bit annoying this has come now and not like 4 games earlier, but regardless, like I said, we're resigned to the fact it's going to be the playoffs, so let's get some momentum. Like I've said many times, let's get some confidence and momentum and use these last 4 games to do that. The 2 goals, as we said earlier in the stream, I think have settled us, and now it's just, I think we will create more chances. As I said beforehand, I think Accrington are the type of side that will give you quite a few chances, probably because they like to try and take the game if they can. And that will leave up gaps on the break. I think the more goals Sunderland score, the higher that the confidence will be for future games. So to answer the question of whether Charlie will get a hat-trick, I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes. I don't know whether he'll get it, we'll get a penalty and give him it or something. But either way, I think Charlie White will be disappointed not to get a hat-trick.
Is it just me, or I can not imagine Charlie White taking a penalty? I don't know what it is, but when you say that, I can't imagine him going up and taking it when it just doesn't seem right. Anyway, very quickly,
yeah. There's an argument there, I suppose.
Before we talk about the game a little bit more, Sean, it's very, very quickly say 232 people watching, 143 likes. If you haven't already, please do give us a thumbs up. Just hit that thumbs up button. Give us a like. See if we can get a 250 by the end of the stream as well. We are closing in on 6,000 subscribers. If you like the content over here, please do subscribe. It is free. It doesn't cost anything at all. And you won't miss out on any of our future streams, namely the watch-alongs. Dino, strong first half, really, that wasn't it? Yeah, your thoughts?
Was strong, but I feel like when we got 2 goals up, we're really in like second gear, really, aren't we? We're not really coming out. We're just in cruise control at the minute. We're not really like, there's no intensity because we don't need to chase the game anymore. I mean, we could happily just finish a game 2-0. Accrington Stanley have to do something, and they've had the odd pot shot, the odd chance here and there, but it's been quite comfortable for Lee Burge. Thanks, Michael. But yeah, since we scored the 2 since we scored the two goals, I mean, we've just been in cruise control, and Accrington and Stanley haven't really done a lot, and neither have we, really. We've had the odd flashes where the crosses come across the box, but we just haven't had the player there to just tap it in. But overall, it's been quite comfortable.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a non-event, really, since that second goal went in. Not a lot has happened. Aidan O'Brien had that time. He went down the right-hand side, cut in, had a left-footed shot, but it was just straight towards the keeper without any real power on it as well. Accrington haven't challenged us much, but I think earlier in the game was a couple of times, I remember in particular, Dion Charles, nice little turn of pace, was able to get past Bailey Wright and got a shot off. Burgess hasn't had a lot to do, but he's made a few half-decent saves here and there when he's been called up. I'm just going to quickly go through the other League One results. It currently stands at Charlton 0, Peterborough 1, MK Dons 3, Swindon Town 0, Will Grigg scoring twice in that one, Wigan Athletic 1, Burton 1, Oxford United 1, Plymouth Argyle 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, Rochdale 0, Gillingham 1, Northampton Town 0, Doncaster 0, Fleetwood 0, Ipswich Town 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Blackpool 0, Shrewsbury 0, Lincoln 0, Hull City 1. So out of those games, really, I mean, the two that stand out for me are Charlton 0, Peterborough 1, and Lincoln City 0, Hull 1. Obviously, Peterborough and Hull winning, but they're both playing playoff rivals, really. If I was on the Dino, are you actually quite pleased to see Hull and Peterborough winning because they're playing against playoff rivals? That's more important to us, maybe?
Not really, because people still believe that we could have got top two depending on their results, and unfortunately we haven't. I mean, that they're not losing. See, for me, top two's gone, but for other people, top two's still there. The likes of Philly still believes there's a chance, and like, so in my point of view, my point of view, them winning does make a difference. But the other people then winning knocks us for top two. So it just depends on what camp you're in. You can still make top two or you can't. And for me, their results are just irrelevant to me. All we need to do is just concentrate on what we're doing. And as long as we keep winning the rest of the games, we'll probably finish third. And how does the playoffs work again? Is it third v sixth and fourth v fifth or something?
Fourth and fifth, and then they have a final against each other. Yeah. I mean, I think what's important now, and I've said it for the last few games, but it's more to build towards the playoffs. And results like this today are just great. I mean, the performance on Tuesday was really good. If we can follow it up with getting a good, strong result, you know, a clean sheet, if we can maybe look at getting another goal, and even if we just see the game out, I think a clean sheet and a win is a strong momentum builder going into those last few games of the season. We start the playoffs with a different mindset as opposed to if we started them off the back of a few defeats. You got a lot more confidence, a lot more momentum. And I go back to our very first season back in League One when we were in the playoffs and we played Charlton, and Charlton had a real late push to get into the playoffs, and that's how they ended up getting in. And they were in red hot form going into those last few games. When they got to the playoffs, they were just a different outfit entirely. They were just a strong team, and they had everything going for them, really. Obviously, I mean, I think everyone's had a decent game today, really, so far. Josh Scowen in particular, I dig him out quite a lot, but I think today's been quite strong. Dino, just looking at the substitutes bench, Rory Matthews, Chris Maguire, Jack Diamond, Grant Lepper, Callum McFadzean, Jordan Jones and Ross Stewart. At any point now or later, would you bring anyone on or just keep it the same for the meantime?
If Charlie Wyke gets his hat-trick, take him off. I mean, that's his day done. I mean, you kind of complain if he gets a hat-trick and then gets brought off. Because I'd like to see Ross Stewart get at least a good 30 minutes under his belt. I wouldn't mind seeing Jordan Jones. You can either take McGeady or Gooch off. It just depends on what you prefer. And I'd probably try and get Chris Maguire on for at least 20. Give him a bit of time, see if he can do anything. And maybe an appearance from Jack Diamond as well, possibly.
I think McGee. Yeah, go on, sorry.
But other than that, you don't really need to make changes because we don't need to change anything really. If you just want to give people match time, that's when you make the changes, just to give them a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah,
to me, any substitutions now, unless the game was to change in the way it's going, I think any substitutions to me now aren't being done to drop players or any tactical changes. To me, it's more just to give players a bit of minutes. I think Maguire and Diamond are two players who I would like to see come on at some point just to get them some minutes because they haven't had loads as of late. McGeady, I think, has been brilliant today. Of course, set up the second goal, but he's just been drifting in and around both halves, picking the ball up in nice areas and spreading the play really nicely. And I think he's really important going into the playoffs with him just having an injury. I think he's still struggling a little bit with it. I think with us now being 2-0 up, if we were to get a third goal, I think I would look to take him off. just above anything else to save him, really. Michael, I'll go to you on this now. We've just been talking about the substitutes bench: Ryan Matthews, Chris Aguirre, Jack Diamond, Grant Lebbert, Callum McFadzean, Jordan Jones, and Ross Stewart. Out of those, at any point in the second half, now or a bit later, do you bring anyone on, or do you change anything up?
I'm with 2-0. I think when you're 2-0 up, I think I would like to just keep going the way we are. But I would say that if say we get another goal and we're 3-0 up by the hour mark, then I would make a few changes. When you've got Blackpool in mind on Tuesday, just try and keep some of the key well, every player is going to be key, I suppose, but especially the so-called key players. So if White gets another goal, I would take White off. I'd get him, give him a bit of extra rest, just wrap him in cotton wool a bit. Give Ross Stewart a bit of a go up front. I would take McGeady if McGeady's still got that bruised foot or it's still not particularly great. If we go 3-0 up or whatever it is, I would get McGeady off, give him a bit more rest time. And then it gives other players a chance to, like the players you've mentioned, Maguire, Jones, even Ledbetter mightn't be a bad shout, just sort of calm it down in the latter stages of the games. Keep the game simple. I'd personally do that, but there you go. It wouldn't surprise me if Lee Johnson makes a few changes on the hour mark. It all depends if the game's going our way or not in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, something I was just touching on there, Mike was saying, since the second goal, the game's been a little bit of a non-event, really. Not a lot has happened from either side, in particular, going forward or defensively. I can think of Aidan O'Brien having that left-footed shot at the keeper saved fairly easily. Maybe Accrington have had the odd time they got through. So just there was an echo. Not sure who that is. I forgot where I was going with it, actually. There hasn't been a whole lot happen since that second goal go in, but I think we were kind of touching on earlier, Michael, on the midfield, and I think it was someone said something along the lines of having two in the midfield. It might have been you, Dino. We might be a little bit weak potentially, or get outdone, but we've coped quite well, Michael. And I think a player who I give a lot of criticism to, Josh Gowan in particular, has had a great game today so far.
So far for me, he's been our man of the match. I think Josh Gowan's been really, really good. I think he's done the industrious, ugly battle stuff in the midfield, and he's got things ticking over going forward as well. He's not just been passing it back to the defence or passing it to the fullbacks to do something. He's actually tried a couple of times. He's tried to look for forward passes. I like the fact that I like it. The thing is, since the second goal, I think Sunderland have had chances to go 3-4-0 up, which is even if the half was, we just haven't taken them. We haven't taken those chances, and if you take them, then the game's pretty much dead. Whereas a 2-0, yes, I think we've been largely in control, but I wouldn't say the game's dead by any means. We have to, but like you said, I think Josh Gowan rightly has got a lot of criticism for considering that he's come from the Championship. We did hope for a bit more than what he's been showing, but so I think this is Josh Gowan's best game I've seen him play for us, actually. Which, granted, might not say much, but my point still stands. I think Gowan's been our best player so far.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him quite a lot of criticism for one pass in particular that he just completely played out of play on Tuesday night. But I think on Tuesday he actually looked better than he had been. Lyndon Gooch as well, a player we talked about him in the pre-match bit as well. He's faced a lot of criticism recently. But Michael, that ball in for Charlie White's first goal was pinpoint really, and Gooch has been a half decent outlet so far. He's lost the ball a couple of times. What do you make of his performance so far today?
Very good. I want to be saying this about Lyndon Gooch. I don't want to be criticising him. I want to be saying, no, you know what? He was good today. And I'd put it this way: if Lyndon Gooch is starting to hit form now, what better time to do it with the playoffs coming up?
Yeah, exactly. Really, and we're going to touch on Accrington just a little bit as well. Dino, what do you make of our opposition so far today?
I don't know. I really don't. There haven't been anything special. They've got a good player in Charles. I mean, I'm sure someone said he's got 19 goals, and he had one good little chance where he got round Bailey right, and he had the shot, and it was a good save by Lee Burge. But other than that, I mean, they haven't really attacked very well. They seem very open in defence. I mean, I feel like we've cut them apart a couple of times, but it was just our bad, probably decision making what cost us from not getting a goal. Their wing backs seem to press very high. Rogers and who's on the other side? I need to check that.
Oh, Dino, you're normally on this, man. I just say what
I know. Rogers and Burgess.
For that, man.
I feel like Rogers and Burgess is they're really high up, and when we counter them, we've just got the space. I mean, everything's come down their left and right. Right, when we're attacking them, we're just down the left and right, and Barkley and Nottingham just get split. It's just been with final decision making, the final pass, which let them down a little bit. But yeah, when these potentially playoff material at one stage in the season.
They went on a really good run and got
pretty much. Yeah, there was a point where they had about 3
sure.
games in hand on us or whatever it was, or they had 4 games in hand on other teams. But they fell away. To me, Accrington looked like a side that they know their season's done, and they're just kind of not saying getting through the motions. They kind of just anticipate. They're kind of just looking forward to the summer.
Yeah. Hello as well to the Mad Mistake who came on and said, "Hello lads, hope you are enjoying your live stream."
I've just seen that.
148 likes. Shout out like your stream because I feel sorry for you. I've just been on to Terry. Congratulations, Terry. You have 201 likes. No, that was an Easter. Yes, Terry, of course, has got about an extra.
One of the dogs is making herself comfortable now. She's going on the windowsill now.
He's rubbing it in. How about everyone? Everyone likes the stream now, and then we'll show the Mad Mistake who's who. 234 people watching, 153. If you haven't already, go on. Why not give us a like and subscribe to the channel? And then maybe we'll overtake the Mad Mistake on likes, and then we go on his stream and do the exact same thing to him. As well, I'm not sure what else we go through. Really, I think we've touched on all that. Just a comment on the live chat there, George. Colin Hutton said everything that's coming down the left. The McGeady-Hume combo is our main threat. Getting crosses from the byline is critical in optimising Wyke. Hit the byline on the left repeatedly. Yeah, I mean, Hume came in today for Colin McFadden on an awful game against Hull. McGeady, of course, went back into the team after his injury, although I think he's still struggling with it a little bit. But do you think how important do you think it is to get those two linking up really well going into the playoffs as a strong left side?
Well, at the start of the season, wasn't Hume one of our main outlets, one of our main attacking threats?
Under Parkinson, I think a lot of our creative play revolved around Hume's crosses.
I mean, Hume's a good dribbler. He's got it forward. Yeah, he lacks defensively, but he's got more pace than McFadden. He's just got more about him. And yeah, people criticise him for his final cross, but what League One player do you know who puts in a cross every time and it always hits the man? This is why they're in League One. This is why there's a difference between League One and the Premier League, because consistently the Premier League teams always hit the player on the head, whereas League One is very inconsistent, and that's just what you're seeing. You're seeing a League One player crossing the ball, and people can't get their head around that. Hume's crosses aren't going to be 100% pinpoint accurate. It's going to be the odd time where he's not going to hit his man. But other than that, I think Denver Hume is the left back we need at the minute, especially coming into the playoffs, because he gives you something different. He gives you more of an attacking outlet, and him and McGeady link up really well.
Yeah, I just want to read out George Young's comments in 71-year-old Army veteran, not too clever on the laptop. So what's the easiest way to get you lads on match days? Don't forget, I don't really know how I found you lads today. Well, I'm glad you found us today. Hopefully we can give you some assistance, George. The best way is to go to YouTube. Probably if you're on a laptop, it's via a website. Go to YouTube, www.youtube.com, searching for SAFC Fan TV. We'll go live 30 minutes before kickoff. That's probably the easiest way to find us if you like watching us on a match day. But thank you for tuning in, George. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Steels McD says Dino's Disco Light for the win. As DJ says Watson says poor Joey Barton in League Two. Anyway, Michael, are you going to take the first 15 minutes of commentary? I'm just going to pop off for just a minute, but I will be back.
Yeah, before my internet connection probably crashes on the 60-minute mark. Anyway, we're back out in the field. Sunderland came out about a minute or so before Accrington did, and Accrington. Phillips is just standing over the ball for Accrington. It's not quite on the centre, but it doesn't really matter. I suppose the referees let it go, so we're just pretty much waiting for the kickoff to happen for the second half, which it has done. So obviously now this is still unusual. Sunderland 2, Accrington 0. This time Sunderland attacking from left to right, whereas it's normally the opposite way around. Anyway, long ball from down the left-hand side towards Accrington. There could have been a shot for Accrington on the edge of the area, but Sunderland have dealt with it well enough. Now we've got it out towards Aidan O'Brien, who looked like he could have been fouled, but the referee says nothing given. Accrington keeping the ball left-hand side. Now we're moving slightly more towards the centre. Nope, now it's back to the left-hand side. Accrington just sort of keeping the ball fairly well. Sunderland just going to have to do a bit of dogged work at the start of the second half. Long ball's gone forward, but Luke O'Nine's managed to control it and hoof it long back into Accrington's half. And one of the Accrington's defenders has headed it back towards the keeper, who's going to take his time and is passing it back towards Accrington's back line. Amidst pressure from Charlie White, Accrington have launched it back into Sunderland's half. Now we're just aiming towards, I think that might be Dion Charles. No, it's not quite Dion Charles, but anyway. In amidst the scramble, Bailey White's got it clear as far as Charlie White. Aidan O'Brien nearly controlled the ball, but Accrington have won it back. I don't know whether John Coleman's got into these in half-time, giving them a bit of a rollicking, but regardless, Accrington have just tried to cross it towards the left-hand side, and they've crossed it out for a throw-in. Anyway, Max Power's just walking over to get the ball to take the result in the throw-in. Just waiting to see who's around him, where he can what areas of space he can throw the ball towards. We're going to see it. Oh, I forgot to mention. I haven't mentioned this cliche yet. We're going to do a Michael Bowers throw-in. Yes, he is. It's down the right-hand side. Ain't towards Aidan O'Brien.
It's because there haven't been many long throw-ins, that's why.
On the right-hand side. I know, pretty much. I know. That makes a change. There's always a long throw-in every 2 minutes. Well, actually, I'm probably not exaggerating when I say that. Anyway, Max Powers just took throw-in. It's another Michael Bowers throw-in. It's towards Aidan O'Brien. He's managed to keep the ball. He's going to pass it. I think he's going to pass towards Power on the right-hand side in Accrington's half. He's passed it back on line just for the halfway line. Launched it forward. Lyndon Gooch managed to win the header. Charlie White's exchanging with Lyndon Gooch. Now Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. He's going to put a ball into the box. It's going to be a header. It's gone out towards, I think that's Aidan McGeady. It's rolled out of the penalty area. Aidan McGeady on the left-hand side still picking up the ball. Aidan McGeady's going to try and put a cross into the box, which he has done. He's passed it. Aidan and Accrington have managed to deal with it fairly comfortably. I think that might have gone off Lyndon Gooch header. Anyway, it is an Accrington goal kick. Jack, is there anything more in the live chat comments?
Yeah, well, apparently Will Grigg has actually scored a hat-trick. I've just got a message from a friend of mine who supports MK Dons as well. But yes, Will Grigg with the hat-trick. I mean, where was that player when we had him, Michael? But there you go.
That'll increase the fee we get from him in the summer. That's a good thing.
Well, exactly. A lot of people won't be too happy with it. And don't get us wrong. There's a lot of question marks over him. To be honest with you, I don't think he tried it all at Sunderland. I don't think he wanted to be here. I think his attitude was disgusting, really. But if he gets into some form, at the very least, a League One club might want to pay some money for him, at least we can get him off the books, get some money in, and it could be better for us. So do you know what it is? I'm actually quite...
hopefully we're in the Championship, and hopefully we're selling him to League One clubs, put it that way.
Yes, Michael, and you say bye-bye, Will Grigg, going back down that league.
That's what we want to be seeing. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Jack. We are back. We are back in play. But, we are back in play now. Denver Hughes just took a throw in on the left-hand side. Aidan O'Brien's just basically... Well, I was going to say getting manhandled there. There's no way you can say that without not sounding particularly clean. Anyway, Aidan McGeady past the centre. Lyndon Gooch has now got the ball just outside the penalty box. He's been surrounded by Accrington players, though. It's back to Aidan McGeady on the left side. He's just done a nice little through ball towards Denver Hume. Denver Hume attacking down the left. Just no options there, though. Accrington defending it pretty well. Back towards Aidan McGeady. Oh, here we go. The Accrington defender slipped. He's put a ball into the box, and the keeper has managed to flap it, and it's gone out. I think it was going to go nearly gone as far as Lyndon Gooch, but Accrington have cleared it, but only as far as Max Power. Max Power's got the ball. Now he's passing it back towards Josh Scowen. He was trying to dink it towards Carl Winchester, but Accrington have miscued it. No, they've managed to get the ball back. Still in attack, Accrington's half on the right, their left-hand side. Josh Scowen's managed to get the ball back, though, and is passed back towards Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch is trying to put a through ball. He's going to try and put a ball through into the penalty box, thinking Aidan McGeady was going to latch onto it, but it hasn't quite worked. Accrington now they have the ball themselves on the right-hand side. They're just looking for an option. I suspect they're going to launch this. Yes, they are. They've done the switch launch. There's another one. Accrington's number 11's controlled it. It's just gone past Max Power. Trying to stand up. I know, exactly. Anyway, and then number 11's got the ball for Accrington. He's whipped the ball into the box, and it's been pretty comfortably gone out for a goal kick. There's no point asking what's happening in the second half because hardly that much has happened. Is there any more comments?
Michael, Will Grigg has now scored 4 goals today. I'm actually going to put...
Right, never mind. We'll get him back. He's got a year left on his contract for next season. We'll have him in our squad. Will Grigg fire us to the 21-22 League One title. There you go.
I'm going to actually have a look and see how many games it took him to get 4 goals for us.
2 years, I think. 2 years, I think.
Probably 2 seasons at our rate. Probably. It wouldn't surprise me, that. Anyway, back in play again. Bailey White's just headed it. There's some more head tennis there. And it looks like Sunderland have won the battle here. Now, Carl Winchester kept it on the ground. He gave it to Max Power, but it's given the ball to Lee Burge, who has kicked it long. It's now at the halfway line. Just trying to deal with the scrappiness of the game. Josh Scowen, just lost out on the ball. Accrington could get an attack going. down the left side. Now it's back towards the centre again. There's not really many options for Accrington at the moment. Hopefully keep it that way. Oh, look, when I switched off, there could be a chance for Accrington. 2-1. Accrington have scored. That is so annoying. Another game where we haven't kept a clean sheet. We need to get out of this habit if we want to try and do anything. Oh, well, that was actually a pretty decent bit of play, I thought, but I did think Luke O'Nien switched off. But that's just me. Maybe I'm being overly harsh. Do you know your thoughts on that?
It was a good pass. It was a good pass by, I don't even know who made the pass. Charles, good pass. He's put it around, he's put it on, Luke O'Nien's running, he's put it on the other side of Luke O'Nien, and it's a good finish. Good for. I think it went between Burge's legs. Good finish. It's we need to switch on. We've seemed to switch off this second half.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go. Jack, quickly, your thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't actually see that going the first time, so I'm not really going off the replays. I was actually checking for the Will Griggs statistic. Quarter transfer market, he only scored 3 goals last season. He's got 4 today. But yeah, I think O'Nien got caught out a little bit. I think Bailey Wright could have done a little bit more before the pass was played. He's been a bit poor, Bailey Wright, since he's came back, whether it's because he doesn't fit a foot-the-back system or whether he's a bit rusty, I don't know. But I thought Bailey Wright could have done a little bit more as well. But it was a nicely threaded through ball by the Accrington player. I'm not going to take that away from it. It was a nice through ball.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, anyway, and after that, while we were all talking, Accrington have won a free kick on the left-hand side. And so obviously now it's Sunderland 2, Accrington 1. We've conceded at the start of the second half, and Accrington potentially could get some momentum from this. Anyway, balls come into the box. Sunderland dealt with it. They've dealt it well enough, but Accrington could have a long shot, but it's comfortably over the bar. Let's just hopefully not let that goal unsettle us and just keep playing the way we were in the first half, fingers crossed. Any more comments in the live chat?
Well, I'm not actually sure, Michael, to be honest. John Bradley saying, time to wake up in the second half, being scrappy since getting the second goal. Philip Bronson, no worries, still up by 1. Maybe this will wake the lads up. Seems like they've been dozing off since half-time. Steve M73 saying we should have been 4-0 at half-time, apparently.
You could argue that. Anyway, back in play again. There's an Accrington player down here. I don't know whether there's going to be an injury here. I suspect the referee's probably going to stop the game any minute, but Accrington are on the attack. They're going down the left-hand side. Max Power standing up, number 11 for Accrington. We need to switch on here, lads. Another ball into the box, which Burge has managed to gather in the end. Now see if we can get an attack going ourselves. Lee Burge has just kicked it, and it's gone to, well, it nearly went towards Charlie White, but Accrington have got the ball back. Sunderland have stood off them a little bit too much, but I think you can sense Accrington are starting to get a bit more momentum, considering they scored this early into the half, which wasn't really what we needed. Long ball forward towards the right-hand side. Now they're in the penalty area, shot from Accrington, and it's just over the bar again. We're starting to back off them a little too much for me, but there you go. I think that might be Bishop. I'm not quite sure for Accrington, but Bishop's their second top goal scorer with 9 goals. I don't know if Bishop got the goal today, but if he did, then that's his 10th of the season. Anyway, any more comments?
Conrad is a nutmeg through the best keeper of all time, Dino.
I've seen the likes of De Gea and Man United get megged, so it's not a big deal, really, is it? Let's be fair.
Yeah, we have fun.
I think Jack's doing the banter, isn't he? Another long ball, which could possibly
no one's banter is as good as Bowers. No one's banter is quite Bowers.
Well,
banter.
I don't know about that, but I love the confidence you have in my banterific skills. Anyway,
it was
ball forward. Nice little flick on Aidan O'Brien. Nearly got to Josh Gowan, but hasn't quite been able to do it. Accrington have just launched the ball forward again, and Lee Burge will gather that. No worries. Well, in fairness, I did say 4-1, so we just need to score another 2 goals in order for my prediction to be spot on. Bailey Wright's got it forward. Now we're going towards the left side. Corey Bishop, that's it. Okay, fair enough then. Anyway, another area, more aerial battle. I suspect. Luke, never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. Luke O'Nien's got it. He's passed it back towards Lee Burge in our own penalty box. He's probably going to pass it. Is he going to pass it back to Bailey Wright? I want to be able to see it, but it doesn't look like he's going to do it. Lee Burge is going to kick it long. It's now in Accrington's half again. I think that's Charlie White on the left wing. I might be wrong though. It's just been a bit. Again, it's just been a bit of a scrappy affair so far. Start the second half here. Accrington have made it that way so far. To be fair to them, Bailey Wright's got all the ball. He's passed it towards Josh Gowan, I believe. Who's passed it back to Lee Burge, and it's back to Bailey Wright. That's a shout for Conrad. There's his favourite phrase. But Wright has given it back towards Lee Burge. His kick is going to kick it up towards Accrington's half again. And no, I can't quite tell. I'm sure that's Charlie White. Anyway, managed to keep hold of the ball. Aidan O'Brien's got it on the left-hand side. Now it's back inside Sunderland's half just ever so slightly. Carl Winchester's going to switch it towards the right. It's about Max Power's not going to be able to get to that. And I think, it's a throw-in, but I think it's to Accrington, although maybe not. Carl Winchester is down, though, and it looks like he's holding just above his ankle. If so, this is the last thing we need. Another injury. Any thoughts, lad, on the second half so far?
Switched off a little bit. Bit scrappy, not really being as good as we were in the first half. And again, I don't think we were ever brilliant.
Dino?
Yeah, we've been quite sloppy, to be fair. We've been sloppy on the ball. And Accrington Stanley have actually turned the tempo up a little bit. They seem to come out the second half looking to attack with.
Well, speaking of which, they are looking to attack us down the right-hand side now. Demi Hughes is going to stand him up. They're passing it backwards. Still inside Sunderland's half, though, attacking down the right there, right, our left-hand side. Remember, that was Accrington attacking from right to left in the second half. And that's a good ball through towards number 11, who's got a shot from the edge of the 6-yard box and it's hit the side netting. Oh, Sunderland have started this second half a bit too slowly for me. We need to wake up a little bit. But nevertheless, we are still winning. Yeah, anyway, any more comments there, Jack?
Gary Grundy saying time for some changes. I think this could be a test of Lee Johnson. Really, does he go make a change? And I think that's got to be the right thing for me as well. John Bradley saying maybe time for Grant to come in, go 4-3, calm things down. I think that's something I'd quite like to see. Bring Ledbetter on. Not sure who for. Maybe someone in the forward line. Someone in the forward line, and just get a bit more control of the midfield, and someone that can calm the game a bit down, play a few nice passes, and just settle everyone a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, Accrington passed the ball back towards the pair. Charlie White was not really near enough to actually press him that much. I think the keeper has cleared it, though, for a throw-in towards Sunderland, which were still in Sunderland's half on our right, their left-hand side, which Max Power has taken. Carl Winchester, thankfully, seems to be back on his feet, and he seems to be okay. But here we go. Accrington is still heading the ball round towards our own penalty, just outside our own penalty box, and Bailey Wright's now forced Bailey Wright into a rush clearance, which has resulted in a throw into Accrington on their right, our left-hand side, not far in front of the halfway line, which we're just waiting for Accrington to actually take this. Although there has been a sub, actually. And speaking of Ledbetter, the person who said for Ledbetter, good shout. Jenton Gooch has come off, and Ledbetter is coming on. Now, I'm guessing that means switching to a 4-3-3.
Lee Johnson must be watching the watch along. Saying Lee Johnson must be watching us.
Sorry, Jack?
Saying Lee Johnson must be watching us. I said someone out of the forward line.
I will point out, I know people I know some people have said I know some people have said that Lee Johnson has made too many changes, but I will point out that was Phil Parkinson if he waited until they were 3-2 down to make any changes. Yeah. So hopefully Lee Johnson's been proactive enough to see that we're getting overrun and changing it. That's what I want to be seeing from the managers.
His subs have been very questionable as of late. I think he's made a lot of mistakes through substitutions, but I think he's nailed that one there.
Yeah, I'll give you that, to be fair.
That's one that I completely support. I think he's done it at the right time. He's left it a little bit. Went to go down. Forms has just dropped off a little bit. I think he's nailed this substitution, to be honest with you. He's not bringing him on with loads of other players. I think it's the right fit.
I agree with that. Anyway, Colby, I think it's Bishop, who I think one of you said he scored the goal. Anyway, he's just come off.
Yeah.
I don't know who's come on in place of him, but he's gone towards the bench. Anyway, Sunderland trying to get hold of the ball again. It's gone a bit scrappy yet again in the centre of the park. It's going towards Accrington's goalkeeper, though, and the camera's just showing us the keeper. So I don't quite know what's happened. They're not showing us Bishop tying his shoelaces, rolling up his socks to see. Yeah, he must have picked up a knock and must be injured. Anyway, I don't quite know who's taking over from us, but in about 20 or so seconds on mine, someone will be taking over for us for the next 15 minutes. I think Sunderland have a free kick around the halfway line. One of the Accrington players doesn't look very happy about something, so I'm presuming it's a free kick. Yes, it is a free kick to Sunderland. I'll quickly comment on this before we're taking over. Bailey White's got hold of the ball. Max Powers to his right, but he's passed it to Luke O'Nien, his currently fellow centre-half to his left. Luke O'Nien's just keeping hold of the ball. Passed it back to Carl Winchester, who's just dinked it back into our half. Bailey White has won the resulting header. No, sorry, it's not Carl Winchester. Grant Ledbetter. What am I talking about? Grant Ledbetter has launched the ball forward towards the right-hand side, and Accrington look like they may put it out for a throw-in. Nope, not quite by the looks of it. Carl Winchester has won the knock-on. Aidan O'Brien was going to try and have a shot, I think, but he's offside. Anyway, I'm commentary stumbling here. So whoever's taking over, take over.
So me, Jack.
You up?
Right. Is it me?
If you want to, I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I'll go for it, mate. I was given offside. I don't know who won. I don't know if it was O'Brien or Charlie White, but Bishop didn't come off, Michael. He was just changing his boots or changing his tape on his socks because he's back on the pitch. So it's a free kick.
Okay, fair enough then.
It's a free kick which Seven will take. Seven will go along down the left side of into the middle of the area. Bailey White heads it towards Charlie White on the halfway line. Charlie White does bring it down, but Accrington Stanley come out with the ball. And Leadbitter goes in with a reckless challenge here, and I think he might receive a yellow card for that.
Yeah, that's unlike Grant Leadbitter. That he's normally the cool, calm head in the middle. I think he's just jumping into that a bit too quickly.
Yeah, he's jumped into it, and he's got first tackle of the game for Leadbitter, and he's received a yellow card straight away. So, I mean, you never like to see that as a player a yellow card straight away.
Well, that's the opposition team, of course.
Yeah, it was Connolly who he fouled. Connolly done very well to get past Leadbitter. So, free kick about just outside the centre circle. McConville will take, and he goes towards the back post where you'll find Rogers. It's been whipped in towards the back post where Burgess is under it, but McGeady will collect and give it to Max Power, who clears the ball upfield. It's a good win there by, I don't know who that is. I think Josh Scowen with the header who won. He's done really well, but Accrington sweep up and knock the ball down the field. Max Power wins the header, gives it McGeady, who was tackled by Burgess. I don't know if the referee's given a free kick or throw in. I believe it's a throw in to Sunderland. 62 minutes gone. Comments, Jack?
Yeah, Adam French saying time for a sub. Stephen DeHaan says, I haven't really heard Hugh mention today. Is he off? No, he's on. Maybe having a bit of a quiet second half so far. But back to you, Dino, back in play.
Yeah, we're back in play with Aidan O'Brien on the right side. He just went for the nutmeg, and it's hit Accrington Stanley player hit. Aidan O'Brien went out for a throw in to Accrington Stanley on their left side, our right. It's been taken by Burgess. He throws it down line towards Bishop, who flicks it onto Charles. Luke O'Nien puts his foot in there, and apparently the referee's given a free kick because Luke O'Nien's due to foul Charles. 63 minutes gone here. McConville will take it. It's about 50 yards away from the goal. Sunderland have prepared a line about 30 yards out. Oh, tell you what, I'm getting out of breath here. Anyway, McConville whips it towards the back post. It's headed away only as far as Butcher, who has a shot in the volley, and Lee Burge catches the ball with ease because he can't catch a ball apparently. Good catch by Lee. Couldn't even catch Cole, so I don't know how he caught that ball. Anyway, he throws it out to Max Power on the right side, who plays it inside to Leadbitter, who goes long and gives the ball straight to McConville. McConville will go switch the play, but you'll only find Denver Hume. Denver Hume will go long. There's a lot of long ball being played here.
Yeah, it's a football match in League One, you know.
Yeah. Referees give Bishop offside when the ball came back from their half, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. Comments, Jack, sorry.
Yeah, I missed a few. And Smith, said a win for the lads. Looking like we're still in the lead, really. I don't think Accrington have been brilliant, so I still do think we're going to get the win here. Or says, we're going to drop winning points from a good winning position again. Well, hopefully this is the time we do things differently. Yeah,
Leadbitter on the left side of the pitch. He plays it inside to Scowen, who plays it all the way back to Luke O'Nien, who nearly miscontrolled it. Luke O'Nien switches the play over to Aidan O'Brien, but it's cut out by Burgess. McConville now plays the ball forward looking for Charles, but it's intercepted by Bailey Wright, who plays it to Charlie White, who tries to knock it round the corner to McGeady, who was on the right side, but it's intercepted and cleared down the pitch. Luke O'Nien will head it back to Lee Burge as he was under pressure by Charles. He throws it out quickly to Bailey Wright on the edge of the box, who plays it to Leadbitter in the centre. Leadbitter switches it to the left side looking for the run of Charlie White, but it's cut out by Barkley. On the right side of the pitch now with Phillips. Phillips now, he's got Rogers on the overlap. He uses him. Hume goes there to meet him. Phillips now again. Phillips whips an early ball in towards the back post where Max Power will head it out for a corner to Accrington Stanley. But Michael, you're a bit worried because it seems like Accrington are getting back into the game.
A little bit. I think I said we are inviting Accrington on a little bit too much, but I think the worst that Sunderland need to do is make the game ugly. You might want to carry on, by the way.
No, it's fine. It's nothing's happened. Bye, Jack. What were you saying, Michael?
Okay, well, yeah, well, either way, I think the worst we need to do is just make the game a battle. And for me, like I said, for me, these last few games, get some wins together. And while it'd be nice to win games comfortably, just get some wins under the belt for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the typical Sunderland things happened where first half we've been class, second half we've just down tools a little bit. I don't know what it is, but this Sunderland team just seemed to be a one-half team. Anyway, Lee Burge clears the ball down the field looking for Charlie Wyke. Accrington win the ball back and head it down towards Charles. Yeah, Charles is in. Bailey Wright will head it back to Lee Burge. Charles was almost in there, but Bailey Wright done very well. And Max Power clears it down the field. Charlie Wyke's going to run after it. Charlie Wyke has he given away? I don't know what's happened there. The referee's given a free kick, and the Sunderland players aren't happy about something. But free kick on Charlie Wyke. So I think it was a foul on Nottingham. Excuse me.
Don't know why he's giving that. Like,
I don't know what happened there. You seen the Sunderland players were all up in arms, thinking it was a free kick to us, but apparently not. What happened here?
I think it's a handball from the replay.
Handball, right? But Bartley didn't even get pushed there. Like, yeah, he put his hand on his back, but there was no push. He didn't extend his arm. And Accrington Stanley have made a substitution. Number 7 is on. I'll have to double check who number 7 is.
Smith?
Paul Smythe or Smith? You said
Smith.
Smythe. You say Smythe, I say Smith.
Well,
And Butcher's come off. So Smith
He's not-
for
he's not-
Butcher. Oh, there's a miscommunication. Look, 9 scored an own goal. Oh my God. Oh my God. I do not believe what I've just seen. Honest to God. Their keeper clears the ball down the field. Luke O'Nien heads it back towards Lee Burge, but Lee Burge was running out like he was going to come and collect it. I mean, is that a big mistake by Lee Burge or Luke O'Nien? It's just a
I think well, it's a miscommunication. If we were on the pitch, you could probably tell better, but from us, we can't really see what happened. But I think it's a miscommunication, and either one of them hasn't said they're going for it, hasn't said they're not going for it. To us, it just looks as if it's a miscommunication. But I think on the pitch, it probably become clear that one of them didn't quite make it clear what they were doing. But
that is unbelievable.
If you're gonna head it back towards goal, you need to make sure that the keeper is ready to receive the ball, or that it's going so far away from the goal that it's never going to go in.
I'm gobsmacked. Anyway, they're coming down the line. Luke O'Nien heads it back to Lee Burge, and I'm surprised that didn't go in. God's sake, man. That's absolutely it's only Sunderland who could do something like this. Blow a 2-0 lead against Accrington Stanley and then score an own goal. Unbelievable. I don't know about you, but do you feel, how deflated do you feel right now?
I think I would feel more deflated if a lot was riding on this game, but because this game, I'm only really viewing it as a confidence builder going at the playoffs, something to get a bit of momentum. It doesn't feel as bad. Like if we'd still been in the shot of getting top 2, it would have felt a lot worse, put it that way. Anyway,
McGeady tries to put the ball in from the left side, is cut out. Bailey Wright's under it on the halfway line, plays it all the way back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge controls it, and he's under pressure by Bishop, and he goes long down the left side of the pitch looking for Charlie Wyke. But it's headed on by an Accrington player, and there's good communication there by their two players, because Barkley put it out while the keeper saving was coming trying to collect it. So there's clearly good communication skills between them two. Anyway, Ledbetter has the ball, gives it inside to Max Power. I think that's Max Power. Max Power seems to be on the left side here. I don't know where he's going. Plays it inside to McGeady, who was tackled by Rogers. Luke O'Nien plays it to Ledbetter, who's just on the left side of the pitch near the touchline. Plays it back to Luke O'Nien, back to Ledbetter. Ledbetter still has the ball, comes infield, tries to look for the switch, and it's headed away by Burgess, where you'll find Bishop, who heads it to Phillips, who plays it long down the right side, looking for Dion Charles. Luke O'Nien will get there and knock it out. He tries to knock it out, but he doesn't. On the edge of the box, yeah, Phillips has a shot. There's a bit of a scramble, and Lee Burge collects it. 70 minutes gone here, and it's Sunderland 2, embarrassingly, Accrington Stanley 2. lads, would you make any changes?
I'm going to look at that. I think it's Chris Maguire time, probably. We said it before the game, if things aren't really going our way, and as of this moment, they haven't. Get him on. He can be that one player to nick a goal. And above anything else, he needs minutes, because if we can't even beat Accrington Stanley properly, then going into the playoffs, we're going to need someone who can score a goal in a moment. He needs to get back fit. So I'd bring Chris Maguire on for those two reasons, to be honest with you. Maybe Jones as well. I'm not sure. I think those are the only two I'd consider at the moment.
Yeah, I'd probably bring Jones on that. But who would you bring him off for? Probably Gooch. He's been a bit ineffective this half, hasn't he?
That's because he's off day now. He's not even playing at the moment, is he?
He came off for Piggin Ledbetter, didn't he? What am I talking about? Maybe Aidan O'Brien then, because I'm guessing
O'Brien. O'Brien's had a lot of minutes as of late. I want to see Maguire come on, give him his chance.
Yeah. Michael, your thoughts anyway, mate, as well?
Yeah, probably the same thing. Get Maguire on, get Jones on. I think like I said, I think we need to try and we shouldn't be needing to get a third goal to win, like I keep on saying. To be brutally honest, you should only need to score at most 2 goals to get 3 points. But yeah, just try and get a couple of the fresh lads on and just try and see if we can snatch a victory here. So I'm not being funny. Not anything other than a Sunderland win isn't good enough for me.
Yeah, anyway, we're coming through the middle now. Max Power looks to play through ball to Charlie White, but it's intercepted by Barkley. And it's played long down the left side looking for Bishop. Bishop will control it on his chest, but it's a good tackle by Winchester. It's a throw-in. 72 minutes gone here. McConville will take the throw-in and gives it to Bishop. Bishop back to McConville now on the left side. McConville whips the ball in. Good control by Charles. Charles now he's got loads of men on him. It's a good little bit of skill there by Phillips, who gives it out to McConville. Whips it in towards the back post. Oh, it was nearly 3 there. It was a good effort there by, I can't even tell who that is. By Smith.
Naive. Very naive from Hume. I just assumed the ball was going out there.
Yeah, it was a tight angle. He would have done well to get it in from there, but the point still stands. Hume left it go out and Smith did get there on the back, but it's still 2-2. 73 minutes gone. We've made a change. John Jones is on. I don't know who's come off, though. I'm going to assume it's Aidan O'Brien.
Might be Aidan. Oh, no, McGeady's still there, but Jack Diamond's
on. Jack Diamond's on as well. I think that was called Winchester I seen come off. It's Aidan O'Brien for Jordan Jones.
Who's in midfield then? Leppert and Scowen. What's that? We've gone back to 4-2-3-1, have we, maybe?
I have no idea. So, Aidan O'Brien's come off for Jones, but who's Diamond come on for? I'd love to know. For Winchester. Yeah. Anyway, Charlie White does well to win the header. Smith will get it at right back. He's hit it off a Sunderland player, Scowen. And Accrington Stanley will come away with the ball, but he's hit it off a Sunderland player for a throw-in on the right side. Nearly 74 minutes gone here at Stadium Light, and it's Sunderland 2, Accrington 2. Embarrassingly, Sunderland were 2-0 up. I mean, this just shows Sunderland's looking at it. We were 2-0 up to now drawn, and Will Grigg gets 4 goals.
It's not luck. It's that Will Grigg didn't put an ounce of effort in his time at Sunderland and had one of the worst attitudes I've ever witnessed at this club. It's clear that he had all the ability, he just couldn't be bothered.
Anyway, Bailey White does really well there. He gets past 2 players, gives it inside McGeady. Looks like McGeady's playing the free role. He plays a through ball towards Diamond, but it's a good tackle there by Barkley. Smith has it in the centre. He gives it to McConville. McConville goes down looking for the run of Charles, but it's intercepted by Max Power. Max Power has it back at right back now, just on the halfway line. He plays the ball long, looking for the run of McGeady, and it's just went out of play past everyone. I'm not being funny. There's just so much long ball being played. It's ridiculous. I don't know why we keep looking for this long ball. It's just not working. Anyway, Jack, your turn to commentate, mate.
Yeah, it's not working because we don't have a target man as well. We've got Charlie White, he's approaching the target man. If you want to play a long ball, you need someone like Johnson Clark-Harris up front who's got the physicality to win those balls and the ability to actually bring other players into play. But anyway, 75 minutes and 11 seconds are being played as the goalkeeper for Accrington Stanley looks to take this goal kick as it's 2-2. 09 didn't quite win the header, but he manages to take the ball down. Rolls it over towards Jordan Jones, just inside our own half. Passes it upfield to Charlie White, who takes it down, knocks it back over to Jones on the left-hand side. But the linesman has got his flag up, and the referee's blown his whistle because I think it was Charlie White, but someone was offside. So Accrington will have an indirect free kick in that own half as a result of that, which then number 2 will look to take as he puts the ball down. Getting ready to take it now. Well, let's the keeper take it instead. Keeper getting ready to take this one after Charlie White was caught offside there. Keeper takes it, punts it long towards their left, our right-hand side. Ledbetter wins the header. No challenge from an Accrington Stanley player, but Stanley have taken the ball down well. Diamond is able to nip in just for number 4 and get the ball, but Power swings it upfield from the loose ball. Headed by number 2. Diamond trying to take it down. Ledbetter gets a foot in, but no one can quite control this ball until the ball finds Accrington Stanley. They're able to get something on it now. O'Nien tried to clear past, didn't quite work. Jack Diamond has the ball in the centre of the park. He's done well to ride a chance from McConville, loses the ball, but Scowen picks it up very, very scotty. But Sunderland have been fortunate to come away with the ball. Jordan Jones out on the left-hand side, running at his man. He's got the overlap and run of Denver Hume. Didn't quite find him, looked for the ball in the box of Charlie White. Ball wasn't able to come off. Ball in the centre circle now with Accrington Stanley. Ball goes forward towards their left-hand side where number 32 has the ball. Max Power is going over to him. Max Power puts a foot in there. Number 32 goes down as he entered the box, but the referee straight away said no foul. Not much protesting from the black shirts there, so maybe the Accrington players didn't. It was a penalty. And Scowen has the ball in the middle now. Sunderland need to get forward. Ledbetter, McGeady, left-footed ball looking for Charlie White. White has it now. Diamond's running inside of him. Needs an option. White knocks it back to Grant Ledbetter, over to Josh Scowen now. Scowen into Jones, back to Scowen. Still on the left-hand side. Back to Jordan Jones. Grant Ledbetter now, just behind him. Ledbetter, right-footed ball, looks for Jack Diamond, but it's an Accrington Stanley player who gets the ball first. They have the ball now on the left-hand side with McConville inside to their number 36, the centre midfielder. Switches the ball very well, looking for the run of their player on the right-hand side, but Burge is able to collect the ball first. Throws it to Denver Hume at left-back. Hume into Jordan Jones. Now it's with Josh Scowen, who plays it into Bailey Wright. Right over to Max Power at right-back. Power into Josh Scowen, who dinks the ball forward, goes over the halfway line, looking for the run of Jack Diamond on the right-hand side, who couldn't quite get the ball. It's their number 2, who heads it out for another Sunderland throw in. Power will look to take this one then. Short to McGeady. McGeady's picked the ball up on the right-hand side. Infield to Josh Scowen. Scowen carrying the ball forward over to Denver Hume at left-back now. Hume. Ball looking into the box, but it finds absolutely no one. It's out for a goal kick. Poor ball in really there from Denver Hume. No one able to get anywhere near that really. Is it Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 2, 78 minutes and 48 seconds have been played. Sunderland were 2-0 up, 2 goals from Charlie White, assisted by Lyndon Gooch and Aidan McGeady respectively, have been cancelled out by Colby Bishop and Luke O'Nien own goal. As we now enter the final 11 minutes of the 90. Their goalkeeper getting ready to take this goal kick now. In his green kit. Launched it forward with his right foot towards their right, our left-hand side. Bishop, well, then their number 19 wins the flick on. Sorry, Denver Hume takes it down. Infield to Aidan McGeady. McGeady turns his man, gets fouled in the process of doing so. Sunderland looked as if they wanted the advantage there. Maybe the referee could have just waited just a second before he blew his whistle, but ended up giving us the foul. And then that's Nottingham, their number 2, their central centre-half. Hume did well to cut inside there, gave it to McGeady, just turned Nottingham too quick. And I don't think Nottingham meant to foul him. He just got on his way, really. As Ledbetter looks to be the man standing over this free kick inside the centre circle, just on the halfway line. Ledbetter pings it over towards our left-hand side. White couldn't quite win the header. The ball comes through our middle. Ledbetter intervenes well. Headed back by an Accrington Stanley player, though. There's been a lot of that scrappiness. The ball is sent through, but Lee Burge picks the ball up before their number 32 can pick it up. Infield now to Grant Ledbetter. Now it's with Jack Diamond. Diamond does well to keep the ball away from their number 28, but unfortunately loses the ball. Ball falls to Josh Scowen. Over to Max Power at right back. Power. Right-footed ball goes up the line looking for the run of Jack Diamond, but the keeper didn't manage to get there. Diamond got a foot on it, but it went out for a goal kick. Jack Diamond managing to get the ball first, just getting a little nick on it there, just setting it wide of the far post. Could he have done better there, Dino, or did he do well just to get on the end of it?
I think he done well just to get on the end of it. By the way, lads, has any of you noticed what's with the number 20 in the middle of the shirt? Have you seen that? It's like a white circle with the number that looks like 20.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I had no idea. Michael, do you know?
Isn't it like 20 years of the Foundation of Light? I'm sure it was something to do with that.
It's 20-something today. It's completely slipped my mind. I do apologise. If anyone in the live chat wants to tell us, feel free. We'll see if anyone knows as a goalkeeper takes the goal kick now. Headed down by number 19 out there. Smith on the right-hand side. Smith stood up by Denver Hume. Hume does well to get a tackle in there. Ball goes out. Do you know what it is, right? You'd never say that from Conor McFadzean. Like, time and time again at Hull, Wilk just knocked the ball past him and ran, and Hume actually did well to get down and tackle him there. And people seem to have this problem with Hume, and I'm not saying he's absolutely great, but he's by far better than Conor McFadzean, and definitely our first choice left back. Smith now on the right-hand side, getting ready to take this. Long ball into the box. It's the Michael Bowers style throw in. There, number 4 didn't quite win the flick on. It came off Luke O'Nien out for a Sunderland corner. Accrington Stanley corner, rather. Accrington got plenty of physical presences. Their number 4 who nearly won the flick on there. He's a tall lad. A few more on there who might be able to get ahead of them. Brian Halley on the live chat saying 20 years of charity work, mainly by giving away points to the other team. Ball goes into the box. Flicked on by Luke O'Nien. Scowen intervenes well. Now the ball finds Jack Diamond. Can Sunderland get a counter-attack? Diamond running through the middle. He's got power and Jones and McGeady in support. Diamond still going towards the edge of the box over to Max Power. Shot. Yeah! And Sunderland are back in front. A third goal today from Sunderland. This time scored by Max Power.
There we go.
We broke quickly. Jack Diamond over to Max Power. How happy are you that we're back in the lead, Dino?
You know what, right? When we're going forward, it's the first time I've actually seen players break the neck to get forward. And at first, I thought Diamond made the wrong pass. I really did. But I think it's took a little nick. I think it took a deflection off one of their players to go past their keeper. We got a little bit lucky there. I mean,
yeah, but come on, Dino. They got the luck of us scoring an own goal. We'll take that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll say I did think Diamond made the wrong pass, but hey, it's worked. Happy days, 3-2. But let's be fair, it's still embarrassing the fact we're 2-0 up and we're just scraping a 3-2 lead at the minute. I mean,
I agree with you there. Like,
yeah, I mean, at the time as well, I thought.
Don't say that. We're going to draw 3-3.
To one of the lads who were coming on the right hand side, but you end up going over to Power and. Fairly similar goal to Oxford. Michael, I'll go to you in the next break in play, but Accrington are back in play. Number 28 switches the play over towards the right-hand side, back to their right centre back, who dinks it towards the box. Bailey Wright wins the header, taken down by their number 4, who's on the edge of the box, tries to play a pass, but Max Powell, the goal scorer there, intervenes. It's unfortunately given as an Accrington free kick after a foul by Aidan McGeady on their number 32. Michael, I'll go to you. The thoughts on the goal?
Yeah, it was lucky. We got the deflection for it, but like I said, you know, Accrington got the luck of us getting the second goal, which is an own goal. So to be honest, like I said countless times, just find a way to win this game. Get back to winning ways right before the playoffs, and try and turn this into a run. Well, hopefully get the win here first.
Yeah, Keith Lupton saying hold back in front, good for us. In all honesty, yeah, I think so. To be honest with you, they're playing against the side that I think it's either Charlton or Lincoln. They're playing against. They're both promotion rivals for us. I think that's more important now.
Lincoln.
Looking towards the playoffs. Lincoln, yeah, it's a side we could come up against in the playoffs, and we need these to be in poor form, really. Going into those games to give ourselves the best chance. But McConville has stood over this free kick, right-footed towards the box. Lee Burge just about to enter it, but it cannoned in off the bottom of the bar into the back of the net. And barely minutes later, after Sunderland had taken the lead,
3 goals to Accrington Stanley
in this game, Dino. Accrington are back in front. It was, to be fair, getting that on the replay there, that's a well-placed free kick from McConville.
Oh, that is, to be fair, that's a corker of a free kick. It really... But let's be fair, Ian McGeady gave away an
shouldn't be giving the free kick away, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, McGeady gave away a stupid free kick, but I mean that's a hell of a free kick. Like, I'd be proud if that was one of us. That was a great free kick.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, I'm just going to take my hat off to McConville there. It was a great strike.
It is, but this game shouldn't even be level. We should have got this game, and this game should have been done, really.
Yeah, all came from, again, it happens all the time. Dino, you mentioned it. It's those stupid, insignificant little fouls that we do all the time that build up to things like this. We do them in their half, but again, there was no need to foul him there. He wasn't going anywhere, and McGeady's just stepped into him and the back level now. As Accrington Stanley have the ball on the left-hand side, their number 4 knocks it into their number 28. McConville now, the goal scorer of that last goal, dinks it towards the box. Hume isn't able to win the header, goes all the way through to Smith on the right-hand side, who delivers it back inside. Their number 4 try to win the header. 09 is able to get it clear, only as far as Jack Diamond, who thought about clearing it, but decides to run with the ball. Go on, Diamond. He's went past a few of them now, past Nottingham, coming towards the centre of the pitch, like trying to play the ball over towards the left-hand side. Scowen couldn't quite get to the ball, finds Denver Hume. There's not many Sunderland players in the box to aim for. Hume cutting inside, going on to Reese, left foot, trying to put a cross in now. Tickle deflection out for a Sunderland corner. Sunderland 3, Accrington Stanley 3, 86 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. Conrad on the chat here and said like the Coventry 5-4 game. This it is. It's a bit mad. The goals are all over the place. As Jordan Jones gets ready to take this corner for Sunderland. Hopefully, there's another goal in store for us. Hopefully, we're about to see that right now. Jordan Jones free corner kick to be taken on the left-hand side. Plenty of Sunderland players in the box to aim for. Jones, right-footed ball goes into the box, but that's straight to the keeper. Far too close to goal. No Sunderland player is going to get that. And Accrington Stanley have the ball back, and the ball goes over towards the right-hand side.
Poor man.
Oh, their number 32 picks the ball up now. Scowen wins it back. 09, McGeady. McGeady's been fouled by their number 28, just inside our own half, just on the halfway line, really, which I'm sure Luke 09 wants to take quickly. But the referee, I think, might pause the game to see if Colby Bishop's okay. No, he's not. He goes inside to Max Power. The free kick's been taken over to Aidan McGeady now. McGeady. Denver Hume. Back to Grant Ledbetter, just inside their half. Ledbetter. Nice little right-footed ball into Charlie White. Back to Bailey Wright. Over to Jack Diamond, who turns his man very well. Can he get a ball into the box now? Diamond drills it low and away. Then number 36 gets it away again. Header won by Luke 09. Sunderland again kind of quite capitalised on that. And Accrington Stanley are coming at us now with their own counter attack. It's Smith running down the centre. He's got options to involve. Slips over number 36 who went for the shot. Looked like he tried to replicate what Max Power did about 10 minutes ago, but just didn't come off, did it? But Dino, a worrying moment there. We were all over the place defensively again.
Yeah, we got absolutely split. I think he went with the wrong option there. He should have went to the right. He went to the left, and I'm glad he went to the left because they're not up. Any back and play there, Jack?
Yeah, McConville now on the left hand side, just fouled by Scowen.
Yeah, another free kick. There's no need to give that away.
Exactly, there was no need to do that. Scowen just comes in the back of him, fouls him, trips him up. No need for that. Like literally barely.
It's these little things that really irritate me. Why are we giving away so many stupid, needless free kicks?
Well,
sort it out.
Michael. Barely a few minutes ago, it cost us our lead, and we're still doing it. When we will learn, you know, McConville about 30 yards out now has this free kick to take. He's probably going to look towards to cross it, which he does do, looking for an Accrington Stanley head. It is won by an Accrington Stanley player, only out for a goal kick, although the referee is pointing towards the corner, as his assistant did as well. So Accrington Stanley corner, 89 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Sunderland 3, Accrington Stanley 3. Sunderland went 2-0 up, conceded twice. Max Power put us back in front. But Sean McConville, brilliant free kick, equalised Accrington Stanley once again to make it level. So on this right-hand side now, Accrington prepared to take this corner. They've got plenty of options in the box to aim for, plenty of tall players. The ball gets swung in. Lee Burge catches that one fairly easily and throws it out to Jordan Jones on the right-hand side, who couldn't quite get there before the Accrington Stanley player did. Lee Johnson looking as if he wants a free kick for Sunderland there. Referee has decided not to give anything. In fact, I think it might actually be an Accrington Stanley free kick. Yes, it is. Just a touch over towards the left-hand side, about 10 yards, 15 yards over the halfway line. inside our half. Sean McConville looked to take this one, probably looked to dink it towards the box. Just very quickly, want to give one more mention as well. 294 people watching, 181 likes. If you haven't already, please do press that thumbs up button. Give us a like. We've just hit 9.4k subscribers as well. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. We're closing on 6,000. It's free to do both of those. We would much appreciated if you do subscribe as well. You won't miss out on any future live streams. Anyway, nothing happened from that free kick really. Is there? Number 16 looks to play it up the line, but Lee Burge is able to collect that ball with ease. Burge kicks it long. 5 minutes have been added on. We've played a minute of it. Headed by an Accrington Stanley player. Max Power takes it down. Infield to Josh Scowen. Threads it back through to Max Power on the right-hand side. Power delivers the ball in the box. Caught by the Accrington keeper. He's dropped it. The ball's bouncing around. Aidan McGeady picks it up. McGeady headed clear by their number 18. Smith tried to clear it again, but Denver Hume picks the ball up. Hume on the left-hand side knocks it back to Jordan Jones. Can Jones put a cross in now? He plays a shot to Jack Diamond. About 20 yards out. Diamond going towards the goal. Takes a shot. It's been deflected. Looks as if it's going out for a Sunderland corner, but Accrington Stanley player got there first. Out for a Sunderland throw-in on the right-hand side instead. 91 minutes, 40 seconds played. So that means we've got just over 3 minutes to go. Josh Scowen looking to take a Michael Bowers style throw in, I think, here. Out on the right-hand side. Scowen short to Jack Diamond. Now it's back to Max Power on the right-hand side. Delivers it into the box. Flicked on by their number 18, but Denver Hume will let this one run out for a throw-in on the left-hand side. Hume into Jordan Jones. Back to Denver Hume. Smith was standing him up there and comes away with the ball. Smith, left-footed ball, goes long. Their number 19 knocks it down. Ball gets swung forward. Grant Leppard is the only man to back to defend this for Sunderland now as Corby's going one-on-one with him. Corby slips over there and Power retrieves the ball. Leppard and knocks it back to Power at right back. Power into Jack Diamond now and lets the ball run through his legs. Their number 28 intervenes, but the referee hasn't given anything. Went down looking for it. Thought he got a free kick. Jack Diamond now running over the halfway line. Turns number 2, very well. A lovely little step over there. Threads it out with Josh Scowen on the right-hand side. Scowen put a ball in the box and their keeper will pick that one easily there. But a lovely little turn from Jack Diamond. Just showing what he can do when he's at his best, really. 5 minutes of added time. We are just approaching the third minute of that 92 minutes and 58 seconds played. We've now played 3 minutes of the initial 5 added on. Headed down by the Accrington Stanley 4, but Lee Burge will pick this ball up. No, he doesn't. He decides to take it down with his feet first. Burge sends this long down our left-hand side. White takes a knock on it, but Accrington Stanley have the ball back. Switch now. Power is there to answer it. He finds Aidan McGeady. It's back to Max Power. Power trying to build an attack for Sunderland. Maybe one more time. Power on the right-hand side. He's got Diamond to reinforce. He's also got players in the box. He knocks it to Aidan McGeady, who gets onto his left foot. McGeady plays low towards Grant Lever, who takes a shot. Oh! It's a great save from the goalkeeper out for a corner. I thought that was in. 93 minutes played.
Of course it's a save.
93 minutes, 47 seconds played. A minute and 10 seconds remain of the 5 minutes of added time. Sunderland with the corner now. Max Power is sauntering over to take this one. The linesman stood on the pitch, not letting Power take this one yet. Not sure why. Anyway, it does make way. Max Power can take this corner at his leisure. 94 minutes in 9 seconds played. Ross Stewart has come on as well.
Ross Stewart on now.
Well, he could be somewhat of an aerial threat for this last goal. Aidan McGeady coming off. I think he's probably saw we've got a corner and thought,
surely if you're going to do that though, you bring him on much earlier.
Yeah, I agree, Michael. But anyway, Max Power takes this free kick, headed away. Yeah, I should have brought him on earlier, but he's just with us having a corner. And he's Scowen intervenes and Sunderland won a free kick. This could be our last chance to get something now. Scowen was just tripped by an Accrington Stanley player. 94 minutes, 40 seconds played. 5 minutes were added on, so seconds remain in this one now. The ball's quite central, about 25, 30 yards out. It goes short to Lebetter, who strikes it, but blocked by an Accrington Stanley player. I would have just stuck that in the box. Anyway, ball goes over towards Max Power. 8 seconds of the 5 added remain, and Power's cross is blocked by McConville. McConville slips into his teammate, who looks to carry the ball now, slides it into Colin Bishop, but Denver Hume gets there first. Hume knocks it back to Lee Burge. Burge sends it long. Looking for the head of Ross Stewart, who he does find. Stewart wins the header. He's at to win the second one as well. Ball in the box, scrambling around. Now it's cleared only as far as Grant Lebetter, who heads it down to Max Power. Referee still not blowing his whistle. 95 minutes, 24 seconds on the clock. Power with a poor touch there, giving the ball away out for a Sunderland throw in. We've played an extra 29 seconds on the initial 5 that were added on. Jack Diamond getting ready to take this through in now. Short of left at the back of Jack Diamond, but the referee blows his full-time whistle, and Sunderland have blown it really. Been in the lead twice, 2-0, and of course 3-2. We'll get into this on the review after. We'll talk about what we think of the match and etc. But first and foremost, I'm going to say thank you to everyone who has joined the stream today. There are currently 304 people watching. If you haven't already, please do give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Just hit that thumbs up icon, give us a like. It's free to do that. It'd be nice to see if we could get over 200 by the end of the stream. We hit 5.94k subscribers as well. So if you haven't already, it is free to subscribe. You won't miss out on any of the future watch-alongs if you do so. But from a deflated three from myself.
We're there.
Oh, yes, sorry, Dino. Yeah, go on.
I need to give a special shout out to Marianne Carlo. Thank you for the donation. And Ian Titch Brown with the 2 super chats today. Thank you very much. I'll give a Michael Bowers round of applause.
Thank you to those two for donating, of course. And thank you to Dino as well for remembering before I wrap up the stream. Speaking of that, from myself, Jack Dodds, from Dino Welgar, and from a now absent Michael Bowers, thank you for joining us. Stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.